Sending data. I went and checked. I know that, you know, my account isn't banned or anything. There's no strikes against it. So I'm not sure what in the hell's going on with it. See, right now it's like, okay, we're streaming. Uh, so let's see if I go to chat. Is YouTube gonna let me chat today, or am I gonna have to fight with it? Okay, no, it's working. All right. Like, damn it, Susan. Was well, um, hmm. What can we talk about? Well, Hyperborea Agartha Serpent people. We could talk about some woo woo shit, like whether or not you guys believe that the Earth is hollow, or oh man, what else could we talk about? We could talk about um, role playing games, man. Some role playing games. You want to talk about some role playing games? Like last night, I finished reading this primer, and I've already seen a lot of the art that's coming in the next version, which I will buy for Final Age. Looks cool. Looks really cool, actually. And I might have some friends who will absolutely enjoy it. And on top of that, I might steal some ideas from it to use in other games and stuff too, you know? I mean, because there are some really cool ideas expressed in this game. Like the whole Scourge and the Ghost Storm situation. I mean, that's some cool stuff. I'm just saying it. That is some cool stuff. I like that. So yeah, I could definitely see importing that into uh, my homebrew setting. Probably wouldn't import it into Hyperborea because I mean you got enough issues in Hyperborea to worry about, you know, between just the normal things in Hyperborea than to worry about the ghost storms. But in there's Bear. But in my Kaliningrad campaign, I mean, adding something like that would be really cool. Hello, Bear.
Hello, sir.
So yeah,
Oh,
I
you
was
read
just
Valorous.
we were
You
talking
read
about role
Final
playing.
Age.
Huh?
So I can see you finally read Final Age.
I have. Well,
Not,
finally. I mean, yeah, yeah. I got it a
not
couple
long.
days ago, and I read it, and it's like I was just saying, even if I didn't run the setting, there's so many like good ideas in here
Thank you.
that I could see importing into my home brew, which is basically, you know, Rusia with the
No, no.
serial number scrubbed off of it, right? And I wouldn't import it into Hyperborea because it's its own thing. I don't think I would import it into Adventure Conquer King. That's its own thing, but I could see importing some of that stuff into like Greyhawk.
Interesting.
Well, think about you're playing your average everyday Greyhawk campaign, right? And then
Mhm.
some bad guy shows up, and then the next thing you know, the Scourge is sweeping across the land, and everything you thought you knew about Greyhawk is now just, you know, Chernobyl, basically, right?
Sure.
It's like Greyhawk City is now like the Pripyat of frickin' Greyhawk, you know, and now you're dealing with oh shit, I cast these spells, and all of a sudden it rips holes through reality, and now we've got all these undead just showing up and effing
There's
everything up.
Novokrozdok. You're
Very
looking at
nice.
your Russian game. There's your Novokrozdok. This the city at the edge of the Great Plains where the river merchants are.
See, I definitely I have a city that would be,
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to change its name if I ever go back to my homebrew.
Well, like I said yesterday when I stopped in briefly, after talking with the partners and listening to some people, instead of doing Valorous 5e, we're just going to do Valorous Revised, which is we're going to fix all the mistakes we made and do a nicer edition of it and all that fun stuff and put it in hardcover. Ooh la la la
You
la.
made mistakes?
Oh yeah, we made lots of mistakes.
I didn't notice, but I didn't like
No, most
pour
people
over
didn't,
it.
which was really weird. But there's like some glaring errors that left us sort of like, oh, that's not good, not good.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I didn't pour over it. So hey, Squirrel Hermit. So that's my mistake. Because I mean, do you really ever know a game until you've played it a few times?
Well, exactly. Now here's the cover I'm playing with for the revised edition, which is going to be a hardcover. I'm sharing that with you now for
Okay.
Valorous hardcover.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I could especially see myself in the warrior standing in the front.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
he
the
looks
idea,
kind of
right?
like me when I was a firefighter. He's got the big firefighter mustache, the porn stash, we called it.
Yep.
I mean, hell yeah, I could definitely play that character.
So what we're going to do is instead of doing a 5e version, we're just going to fix the mistakes we made, tighten some stuff up, and do the revised edition as a hardcover, full color, beautiful, lovely, kiss, kiss, kiss. Okay. Then we're doing the system I was going to use for Final Age 5e, or for Valorous 5e. I'm going to port over for my Final Age setting and divorce it from 5th edition, but it's still going to be so familiar. People who play 5th edition will have no trouble picking it up. And we're going to do that as a complete self-contained game. Hey, Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Like I said, I read through it, and granted, you warned me this is just the primer. But this primer has so much great information. I mean, I'm looking like I love the map you got. I don't know who you got to make your map. I like it. I think though, when I look at it, it's like whoever made it kind of blended like North America, but flipped around. And I mean, not that it matters.
I made it. It was me who made it. And no, I didn't. So if you're seeing that, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. I love this idea of the Holy Dominion next to the Midlands and the Stormlands. And
so if you look at the edge of the Holy Dominion,
it's really what's the name? You look at this map, and even if you don't know what's places, which fortunately everybody he did put paragraphs in on what's places, but your brain starts like bubbling. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the whole idea, right? With the primers to get you excited, and then with the more expanded version, it's not like there's a shit ton more information. It's just a little more. Here's the map, by the way. If you want to take a look at it larger on screen. So
yeah,
what I did with
other
the map,
people me just sitting here
so
staring
I made
at
the map myself, right? But you'll see right here where it says the Holy Dominion, this peninsula that comes down. Then you have the Stormlands right beside it, right?
Right.
So the Stormlands are just a constant ghost storm, right? And weird wizards go in there and build towers to study magic and try and harness its power. But all along the border here, along this river that runs down between the two, there are pillars that are like 20, 30 feet, maybe 40 feet tall. I've never really defined what they are. And I have a picture I can show you of what's going on there as the Holy Church has put a barrier in place of magic that allows them to bar the way, as it were. Give me just a second. I got to find where I put that image. I made an image.
Nice. So they made like a magic fence to keep the scourge
exactly. They made a magic fence or a magic wall. The problem is it's powered by these things called soul stones that suck the arcane energy into them. I don't know where I put this picture. I'm going to have to look around a bit. And the whole point of the soul stones is that they make them, and there's some, rumors, oh, they're blessed items or this or that. But there's another rumor that goes around in the magic community. They make them out of fucking magic users. They basically have a process where they just compress someone's magic energy and therefore their form into this gemstone. And that's why they hunt magic users and are always taking them in. That's the most common belief of these things. Of course, for those who believe, they're like, oh, no, it's just the power of God and we're fine and everything's good. But, The
But
Holy
it
Church.
could in fact be crazy people kidnapping mages and turning them into
Not just crazy people.
power stones to power
Well,
their.
yeah, not just the crazy people. It's that it's the fucking Holy Church that's trying to protect the land. And one of the things, the problems as you read with the Holy Church is they're only there for the humans.
Well,
They're not there for anybody else. They think everybody else is a problem. They think everybody else is the reason of the fall. They think that the scourge exists because of all these assholes. So they're not nice people.
well, to be fair, neither are like ash elves and
No, the Ashnells are not fun. No, they're not nice.
there's a. I mean, it's like there's a lot of not very nice people in this setting, which I love.
Well, and that's the idea, right? So that the players then become the nice ones. The players have to be the ones that are trying to turn the tide of all this darkness and try and fight against it and make it better. But they do have allies. There are the Knights of Vance from the Freelands, if they can
The
fucking
other
get
thing I
together.
love is the I can say this beyond a shadow of a doubt. This is the first setting where I actually thought orcs were kind of cool.
Yeah, there's 3 types of orcs for you that are based, and then you got there's even a 4th and 5th type, but you don't see them as player options.
Yeah. Usually I don't like modern interpretations of orcs at all.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
But this one, I mean, unless they're pig faced assholes riding around burning shit, I don't care, And even
Yeah.
then, I don't care. I mean, orcs have never been something I actually considered, like in context of they're just a thing that you got and kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like zombies, There's no guilt for murdering orcs because orcs are murderous bastards, so it's a
Mm-hmm.
good to kill them, right? But your orcs with the whole fighting the scourge, so they're good, but they also hate everyone else, so they're not good. But they're very complicated, actually. They're a
They're
more
a different kind of
complicated
beast.
look at a creature that has been very simple since its first incarnation, really. I mean, Tolkien, not to take a thing away from one of the greatest literary artists of all time, it's not like he really went into a lot of detail to show the complexity of orcs.
No.
They were just kind of there, serving evil because it's just kind of what they did. And I dig it because you don't need to know everything, but your orcs are more like the kind of, if I were ever going to play an orc, I like the ones from this game, better than any others I've seen.
Thank you. That's high praise, sir.
Yeah. In Hyperborea, of course, orcs are just half demons. In your game, they have a depth to them.
Well,
Is
the whole
basically
idea
what
is
I'm
to make
saying.
them more than just, I always feel orcs are like fighters. They're always a second thought. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, because even goblins got more of a personality.
Yeah, people embrace goblins more.
Yeah, people love goblins.
You can play goblins
sometimes too much. I mean, you can't go online without seeing somebody in their picture of their little goblin short stack. It's like, you guys need to calm down. But yeah, people love goblins because they look like gremlins and they're always getting into shit. Orcs, on the other hand, they're like, whatever.
Hang on, let me just save the image.
But anyway, I think I've glazed you enough today so far. But anyway, yeah,
well, thank you. I appreciate
I read your stuff and I like it. And not only is it something that I think some people would absolutely love to play in this world, there's so much, just even in the little book, there's so many things that are very creative, that could be used. And so, I mean, Forgotten Realms, Greyhawk, you name it. There's stuff in here that you could definitely import.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. The
If you
whole
want
goal
to.
was to create something people could use, right? That was the whole idea.
Well, you did.
And sometimes I feel I did, and sometimes I feel, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Well, look, Bear, nobody's going to be a bigger critic of you than you.
That's true too.
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's just normal. That's just how it is. I used to be that way when it come to painting until I learned to stop giving a shit. Um, so see, I have no reason to try and be nice to you and lie to you about your game.
No.
So if I tell you there's a lot of great ideas in there, it's very creative and stuff. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to get you in battering thing. So you ain't got to
No, that
worry
would be
about it.
really weird because, you know,
Well, it depends though, Bear. If you'd been a hot chick, maybe I would have been like, "Oh, I love your
um,
game," you know. But
no, yeah, I don't
if I
like,
was a man of that
yeah.
sort of low character,
Well, and I don't like that in this equation I have to be the chick either. That's kind of,
well, you
no.
gotta be the chick because I'm the one like complimenting you.
Mr. Superman is no home. No,
Yeah, right.
no.
Since I'm the one complimenting you and trying to,
I hear you.
get
I hear
something,
you.
even though I'm not trying. Never mind.
I
Let's
think
just
the
go ahead and
analogy's gone
avoid
on
this.
long enough. We're good. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think we've talked about this. Yeah.
Okay, hang on a
So
second. Give me a second.
I like the ghost storm thing a lot. I could 100% see that in my own homebrew campaign and so many campaigns. The idea that the scourge and the undead and all that. You cast magic, you might rip a hole in reality, and the next thing you know, you've got zombies, clog dancing all over the place. Uh, I just think that's just really cool. You know
Thank you.
that's yeah, actually, yeah, that's the thing right there, man. That's the thing that I'm all like, oh man, that is so creative. It adds so much like adds a lot more weight to player choices because you could end up summoning a ghost storm. It's like,
Oops.
do you really want to do this thing? Because if you summon a death knight and it wanders into the nearest freaking village and just starts waylaying everyone, I mean, there's not going to be
Here's,
much a bunch of
here's the
peasants
image I was
going to
telling
be
you
able
about.
to do about that. You know
The
what I mean?
barrier against the stormlands.
What's up, George? Oh, that's really cool too.
Mm.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. It was just
But I
fun.
mean, imagine you're like some kind of pig farmer, and all of a sudden a death knight just comes ripping ass into the village. I mean,
Well,
first it would probably blow a hole through whatever little wall you have built.
well, exactly right. So you got the warded wall, but even then, the Death Knight is like a legendary creature in this world. So he's like, there's like one of him,
Right.
or that there wouldn't be two Death Knights at the same time. There'd be one. You know what I mean? Now he might have some undead knights as his army. He might have some dread knights as his
Yeah.
captains, but he is singular. He's Lord Soth. He's that kind of crazy. He's
Right.
gonna walk up to that warded wall unless it's like Theopolis, the center seat of the Holy Empire of the Holy Church, or it's like the Holy Dominion, or it's Chandrilla, the largest city in the Midlands, which is really well protected. Most towns, he's just going to kick those gates wide open, and your words are going to go, in a heartbeat.
And it's not going to
And
be
then,
good after that.
well, no, because I guarantee you, he can probably summon a ghost storm on by command if he wants.
Huh. So this Nazgul type thing rides in, kicks the
Yeah,
door open, and summons a ghost from right in the middle of the market. He's like,
exactly.
"Yeah, this sucks."
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
since there's a
strap
level
your
cap
gear
of
on, boys.
10, there's a level cap of 10. It's like we're gonna need like 100 guys to fight them, all level 10.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well,
Yeah, it's
tell my wife I love her.
well, she's risen from the grave. She's right over there. You can
Yeah,
tell her
she's right
yourself.
over there. You tell her. Right?
She's currently eating your children. So yeah, that worked out well.
That works out pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, it's a fucking rough world. I didn't want it to be a nice world, but the thing is the idea is that there are nice places in the world, and they're meant to be the ones you fight for, right?
Right.
That's the point. You're fighting.
Well, and that makes the game actually go alongside of Valorous even better, in my opinion, because the setting is really the suck, but you're the Valorous heroes
Yeah.
who are going to try to fix the setting or something. So there's a lot to be said for that, you know. There's a lot to be said for that. I like it.
I'm glad. I'm
It's
glad
a
you do.
thing.
Thank you.
Well, like I said, I was hanging out the other day in between fighting with dinosaurs and Christmas Day, and I read through it, and I was like, "Damn, this is actually really really cool." Not that I had any doubts in you, but you know,
No, no, I get you. I get you.
I was like, "This is pretty good idea right over here." You know, you can do a lot with it. You can add it to world. Well, we've been over that, but yeah, yeah. Which and I know the next book's going to be even more badass because you keep showing me art and stuff from it. So you know
Well, I
that.
mean, the big thing for me on that was once I decided I don't give a fuck what the haters think anymore.
Yeah,
Um, it became very easy to then start looking at ways to make it better. You know what I mean?
right.
Like once I was like, "Oh, you don't like AI art that I use? Great, go fuck yourself. Don't buy my game. I don't care. Go away." If
Pretty
you're going to
much.
deny
Pretty much.
good ideas because solely your political view on something that you should not have a political fucking view on, go away. You know, go away. Go be happy somewhere else, and no one's going to fault you for it.
You know, I watched Bear's video or Bear Shadow's video on it. I agreed with him most of on everything. I've got my opinions. Some people may not like them, but uh, I'm so over hearing people whine about AI anything. You know, it's like people get used to it. It's here. It's not going away unless we nuke each other into the Stone Age.
Which
So,
that's always a possibility.
which is a possibility. I mean, the world being what it is, but I just, it's like I don't mind people bitching about stuff they don't like. That's fine, but you only get to do it for so long. And then I start getting like, oh, I'm bored. Sorry, I had a little bit of sympathy there for a minute, but now I don't because, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's also a meaningless thing. It's like, this is your problem. This is of everything that's going on in the world. This right here, this is the problem you have. You
Yeah.
know, and maybe I'm looking at it weird, but it's like there's so much stuff going on that are
Yeah.
actual problems that I've just gotten where I'm just like I don't care anymore.
Well, it's like I can't even like. There's so much stuff going on that in the world. I can't even watch the people I used to watch for like my conspiracy video stuff and all that because they're literally out there now saying that all the videos of the happy protesting in Venezuela, oh, those are all AI. They created them all. I'm like, holy mother of fuck! If you guys all like anything, it's like Candace Owens, you know? It's like you're so invested in being edgy that you can't even, see things anymore. Everything's a conspiracy. Everything's bad. And when you start getting to that part where everything's bad and nothing is good and you can't see anything except whatever ideology you've subscribed to, you are no longer a thinking person. You're just a reacting person, right? And that's not a good place to be as a human. We need to think. We need to be able to use our brains, And sadly, man, at a time when we need more critical thinking than ever, we appear to have lost it completely.
Yeah, yeah. That bit, I mean, I'm personally affected because the guy who drives me to the doctor is probably going home.
Right, but he's happy, but his
And that
country's
pisses me off,
free.
but he's super happy.
Yeah, but according to these crazy people now, no, that's just AI videos that people are putting up online. They're lying to you.
Well, Vincente is not putting up AI videos. I talked to a
Exactly.
guy and he's like, he had to flee. He's a 60-year-old man and he cannot wait to get his ass back home. Which apparently he lives way out. He used to live way out in the mountains. So he didn't live like near Caracas or anything like that. But he retired after 30 years working for like Shell or whoever. And then shit went to shit and he had to flee. So, he's going to go home and hang out with La Familia and all that. And
God bless him for doing so.
And yeah, I mean, why would you not? I mean, if I come from some other land, but I had to flee because it was horrible, as soon as I could, I'd want to go home. So I think there are just some people in America now that are so beholden to their ideology that they just can't stand the idea that, yeah, your ideology failed. You took a country that was once the fourth biggest GDP or whatever economy in like the world almost, and now it's like shit. So now you're going to hate on the fact that they're going to be free, not because you hate them being free, but because you hate the guy who may be responsible for it.
Which is absolutely absurd.
Which is like, okay, you can hate somebody, but if they do something good, then you need to be like, all right, I see you. That was a good thing you did.
Credit where credit is due.
You might be a douchebag, but broken clocks are right twice a day, people say, right? So, and a lot of it seems to be like that. It's like you're not actually mad it was done. You're just mad that you don't like the guy who did it.
Yeah.
And to me, that is just so stupid. But
beyond stupid. Like it's like I said, it's this thing.
It's tiring.
Well, dude, and I've been watching. I don't know if you've been watching all this stuff about the ICE shooting in Minnesota.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh my god, it's like the internet forensic specialists are driving me up the wall. It's insane. Just shut up and let the police do their investigation. And when they produce results, then you can start questioning and asking.
Yeah. I watched something this morning. Asmongold reacting to something, and the way he's talking, it's pretty much a done deal. It was a clean shoot.
That's what they're saying, but I want.
And apparently, you're not allowed to run cops over with SUVs.
Apparently.
That's against the rules.
But there is something I would like to say as a counter argument
to
that.
I mean, that's what you love to do. That's your job.
Well, no. It's you might like this. Yes, you could say she was trying to kill an ICE official with her SUV. Also, my counter argument in her defense, she is a woman driver.
So maybe she didn't mean to.
She didn't mean to. She just didn't know what the fuck she was doing.
It could only be funnier if she was also Asian.
Oh, wow.
That's a Chinese woman driver would be like, look, you got to cut her some slack, guys. I mean, she's running people over on the best of days. There could have been no maliciousness to anything. She just didn't know what, I getting ready to cross 5 lanes to take off ramp. Good luck, everybody.
No blinker.
The Family Guy thing.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just like, good luck, everybody.
So before I lived in Vancouver, which is mostly Chinese, this is in the 90s when I lived there. My father used to always say, my father had this horrible thing he'd say, Chinese people are genetically incapable of being good drivers. And I'm like, you're a racist, you old fucking prick. What are you talking about? And then I moved to Vancouver. And like 3 months later, I called him. I'm like, remember that thing you said about Chinese being incapable? Yeah, I was wrong. You're not a racist. You were just observing facts. Like, holy shit. It's like insane watching a city full of them drive. It's like, oh my God.
If you're a guy with that yellow fever, Vancouver must be the shit. You know what I mean?
I never had it.
Target rich environment.
Mm-hmm.
You're out there trying to hook up with the Asian honeys. I mean, I never had it either, but a lot of white dudes do. It's just a thing. It's like you're a
No.
white dude. Maybe it's because you're a white dude and you kind of want to date outside your race, but you're afraid your parents will be really mad if you bring home a black chick. But no one's going to be mad if you bring home an Asian. You know, they're going to be like, oh, okay. You know, I don't know why Asians get the pass.
Yeah,
And it's
given that,
like,
like, if you look at, like, nations that have done horrible things to people, a lot of the Asian nations are in the top 10. I'm just saying.
Japan never did anything bad to anybody. Just ask them.
No, just ask them; they'll tell you. I mean,
Just
and
ask
all
them.
and all the people that we knew who were in the Bataan Death March, they were just liars.
Nanking? What the fuck is Nanking? Never
What?
heard of it.
What?
I have
That
no
that
idea what you're talking about.
what was that secret that oh my god, that concentration camp the Chinese said they had that made the fucking Nazis look like they were playing fucking dress up
Oh,
by
dude,
comparison?
they were trying to make biological weapons out of malaria and shit. And
Dude, there's a movie. There's an
it's
actual
really bad.
Asian movie about it.
Yeah, the name of that was like not the movie, but the unit was like unit and then some numbers.
Yeah, 7 something. Yeah.
And they were
made a
just
movie.
really into some bad shit.
Well, they made a movie. The Chinese, Hong Kong cinema made a movie about it. And all they did was use the diaries and the reports and everything that was legitimately from there and then just make the shit graphic. So you'd like see what they did, like in graphic special effects, like not like holding, it was in the 90s, the early 2000s. So like, the whole thing of like putting someone's arm in liquid nitrogen and then hitting it with a hammer, shit like that. And then they would show you that so you could see it. I remember sitting in the theater.
When you have a civilization, any civilization of any ethnicity whatsoever, that somehow becomes convinced that they are like the only real humans and everyone else is just like some kind of other thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bad shit's going to happen. It's just, that's just the way it works, I mean, whether it doesn't matter. I mean, the Turks were assholes. The freaking Japanese are assholes. The Chinese are assholes, but only to their own people. Everyone at some point in our history has been a real asshole.
Oh, yeah.
To somebody, that's just the way of the world, man. I don't even worry about it.
Even their precious Native Americans, who they all believe were happy fucking hippies until white men showed up.
Yeah, my mom was one of those. And I had to show her some actual writings and stuff from like them, specifically some of the natives, but also some of the contemporary, like French trappers and stuff, like first encounter shit. And it was like, these guys were rough. You know what I'm saying? They were rough dudes, man. I mean, and I don't know why anybody would want to infantilize this group of people. I mean, they had great warrior cultures and, granted they were basically Neolithic, but I mean, they were humans with ideas and thoughts and great inventions and horrible cruelties. And I think people are too quick to take a group and want to like sum them up in like one sentence, this is them. It's like I'd even say that Aztecs. Yeah, they were demon worshippers. They were also some of the greatest engineers ever. They were tremendous warriors, but they were also cannibals. So what I'm saying is
they could also build a city on a lake and at the same time sacrifice 1,000 people that day.
Oh, yeah. Because they understood pylons before we did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, you find a swampy ass lake and you build a, God only knows how many metric tons that giant temple they built must be. Yeah. But you build that and it don't sink. Yeah. It's like, ooh, that's some good shit there. And their woven basket, floating gardens and shit. I mean, yeah, they're super impressive. They're just
assholes.
Just assholes, yeah. And like I said, we all have been.
Every culture.
Yeah, there was a time when the Arabs were like the bee's knees, and then they decided they just didn't want to be cool anymore. And the same goes for like the Romans and the Greeks and the Christians and the this and the that. I mean, because I grew up, my first encounter with Islam, Arabs, anything in my entire life is I had Scheherazad's 1001 Tales,
Mm-hmm.
and it had the Sinbad stories in it. And it talked about how in Baghdad all the religions got along and everybody was great, and this, that, and the other thing. So for the longest time, when I was a kid, I had that Arabian Nights thing in my head. And then you grow up and you find out that, yeah, it was that way at one time. And then shit went downhill, because it does.
Human nature, baby. Anyway, let's get back to role playing talk.
Well, role playing talk. Yeah, man. I mean,
You ever see there was a D&D, probably you probably didn't see it because I think it was 4th edition. There was a D&D game that came out. It was Command or something. D&D board games. Let me just see if I can find what the fuck it was called. It had this really cool image on the cover, Battle for Nearath or something like that.
oh, nice.
Yeah, it was Conquest of Nearath. Okay, I'm gonna show you their cover that they had for why? Okay, thank you. Let me see the cocksucking. I turn into my dad so fast now. I swear to God, things annoy me, and I'm right away.
We all do.
Cocksucker. What's wrong with you cocksucker? Why can't I find a good version of this image all of a sudden? Like I couldn't get away from it for years.
Well, one thing you and I have in common is we're both like unapologetic about like 4th edition Essentials.
Yeah, well, Essentials I prefer the original, but Essentials is fine. Anyway, so this was the cover they used for their thing called Conquest of Nearath, right? So it's a nice cover. It's very exciting. The Army of Light versus the Army of Dark and all that sort of stuff, right? Well, I decided I wanted something similar. I don't know if I'd publish it because it's way too similar, but I wanted something inspirationally for Final Age to talk about the battle between, the Scourge and the Paladins, and then the Holy Church came into formation and all that stuff. So I remade it. And I honestly think I like mine better.
I do.
I just like mine better. It just looks more wow. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem I had with the other one is the good guy army. There was a dragon shooting lightning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is D&D. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there are, I mean, I guess silver dragons might shoot lightning.
Yeah, silver dragons shoot lightning. Yeah.
So maybe that's how that worked. But see, I guess I'm just being pedantic.
It's okay. You're allowed to be.
I was watching Shadow's video earlier. He's talking about playing more games in the new year instead of watching them. And I was like, cannot relate, because I don't really watch a lot of games, Yeah. There's a few I do, but Then I swept on over to Dungeon Delver's channel for a minute to see what he was up to. And he was playing a choose your own adventure.
I don't know Dungeon Delver.
Me neither, but I know he lives like 35 minutes away from me, somewhere up in West Orlando or something,
I don't know his channel.
I don't know. It's like, it was interesting when the old geek was doing it, but I'm just not super interested in watching anybody play. I'm just not super interested in watching somebody play through, the bullshit at Warlock Mountain or something. Again, I mean, I even own that. And I'm like, yeah, I played So I did get some cool figures today. I got some yaks.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to make a unit of them. I need to get like 10 of them, and I'm going to make them the Royal Canadian Yaxman.
You're gonna make the Royal Canadian
Which you probably should know. It's Ren and
Our
Stimpy, right?
country thinks of trees. Yeah. I know. I know it. We all know it.
Yeah. I like the one where like the horse falls off the building, breaks off its legs, and the reporter comes up and the horse is screaming in pain, and the reporter's like, so how do you feel about that? And the horse is like,
Don't like it.
didn't like it, sir. Didn't
No,
like
sir,
it a
I
bit.
don't like it. Not one bit.
No. Or Space Madness. That's the classic. The red button, so shiny like candy.
The shiny candy like button.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll never know. Because you're going to guard it.
But so I've been watching videos on weird shit on YouTube because you can.
Like you do.
Like you do. So I've been watching, I was super surprised, and I don't know why. I should be at the number of videos about the Sagwa and Komorium. And I mean, I don't know. I thought maybe I was kind of a hipster because I knew who Clark Ashton Smith was.
Yeah.
It turns out a lot of people do. Like I'm not the hipster I thought I was. Apparently, the guy's actually very popular. And it was surprising kind of to me because
I'll be right back.
Okay. But for the longest time, guys, like if you were like the H.P. Lovecraft super fan, a lot of people would be like, yeah, I don't know who that is. I've never read that. Whatever, right? But that is just simply not the way it is now. I mean, now it's like you can mention one of these great elder gods that, Lovecraft created or whatever. And like tons of people were like, oh yeah, I know all about that and shit. And it's like, and I'm like, damn, that's kind of cool, really, that all of a sudden this really obscure thing that you thought you and maybe a couple other people liked has all these other fans. Because unlike the people who get pissed at that, I don't. Because I just think it's more people I can bullshit around with about whatever the thing is that I like so much. And then we can debate, this and that. And like, what do you think about this? And how do you feel about that? And I have to admit, though, I have been reading a little bit of Derleth, who apparently is the reason Lovecraft even is known today, because when Lovecraft passed, he kind of kept the flame going. But a lot of people don't like his interpretations and stories in the mythos because I guess Derleth might have been very like Christian or something. And he tried to force the mythos into kind of a Christian worldview. So, like in his version, Azathoth, the idiot god, didn't create everything. He's more of a Lucifer figure, and he tried to wreck some shit, and that's why he's the idiot god, is because like these other outer powers bound him and removed his consciousness and everything like that. And and then he tried to make all of the great old ones like Cthulhu or Tulu, and that he tried to divide them by element. So Tulu is a water entity, and Shub-Niggurath is a earth entity, and Itaqua is an air entity, and all this. And a lot of people just did not care for his interpretation. I never knew even that they existed, but now I've been reading them a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. Some people don't like it because it does kind of go against the original Lovecraftian everything sucks angle, But on the other hand, I mean, you can't be mad at Derleth because, like I said, he bought the rights to the Lovecraft stuff and he made sure that shit stayed published. Or it could have just went the way of the dodo, right? And the other one I've read a few stories from recently, and they're pretty crazy, is like Lord Dunsany, who apparently was an Irish lord, like the Baron of Dunsany or some shit, and also a poet, and also he wrote some creepy shit. And the number one story he wrote, according to H.P. Lovecraft, who was very influenced by Lord Dunsany, who did all his writing in like 1800 something, is called The Willows. And it's Lovecraft says it's the first cosmic horror. But, of course, Lovecraft gets the credit for creating the cosmic horror, but Lovecraft said Lord Dunsany actually did. So,
Also, August Derleth sounds like a Lovecraft character.
Yeah, he does.
The Lament of August Derleth.
But the thing is, August Derleth basically, after Lovecraft had become a pauper and ended up dying from, I think, cancer and all that, August Derleth made sure his stories kept being printed.
Yeah.
Like he was a huge proponent for what Lovecraft had done. But when he did his own translations of stuff Lovecraft had done, he had added like a lot of non-Lovecraft elements. And I'm not going to say they're bad or good. It's just what he was doing. Like I said, so he made all the deities, like he split them all by element. So water, air, earth, whatever. He added kind of a Christian worldview to things, whereas Lovecraft, who, believe it or not, was no fan of atheists, even though he himself was kind of an atheist, but he had issues with atheists and materialists himself. It's like the whole point, according to Lovecraft, was that humanity is meaningless. That's the scary part, right? When you find out that everything you thought mattered doesn't.
And nothing else matters.
Oh my God. Bad Metallica. And
it's all bad Metallica as far as I'm concerned.
I know, but so that's kind of the issue there. It's like, not that Lovecraft would have yelled at August Derleth for anything he wrote, because that wasn't Lovecraft's way. He would have been like, cool, you wrote some stuff, cool, but yeah. So some people want to be whatever, like, okay, some people want to be like Shadow, except as it concerns August Derleth.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't recognize the fact that what the thing he did was. And to a lesser degree, you could even argue that if it were not for L. Sprague de Camp and others that were so into like keeping these Conan stories in print, you wouldn't be able to buy the R.E. Howard books anymore.
Well, and think about this, he likes to shit on that film, but if it wasn't for that film, the common vernacular people, the common man, had no fucking clue who Conan was by the 1980s. You know what I mean?
Right. That was some shit that a certain segment of people in the 30s read about in like weird tales.
Yeah, and a bunch of kids maybe read about it in comic books, but your average North American Western civilization person had no fucking clue who Conan was. They were more likely to say Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, like, you know what I mean. They were more likely to say that than
Conan
they were.
Doyle was good though, so
yeah, he was. But my point being is that
I get your point though.
It brought it back to the main front and made it a little more accessible, and that needs to be recognized. But
100%.
You know how hipsters are.
You know the story of me and my brother hiding in the back of the Vista Cruiser watching Conan with no volume even. But I fell in love with it, man. Like I remember getting yelled at by one of my teachers in Kentucky because I was supposed to be listening to the lecture on like geology or some stupid shit, but I was sitting there drawing like the freaking symbol of Thulsa Doom, like on a piece. I had my folder open and I was drawing that serpent thing with the,
Yeah.
and the teacher was all like, "Mr. McKee, you need to stop doing that." Blah blah blah. I had a crazy teacher. Bear vanished, but he's back. I had a crazy teacher, Bear, who was convinced that the Smurfs were like satanic, like really satanic. And so if you like was in their class and you had like a Smurf lunchbox or backpack or some shit, like you'd have to hear about it, because Papa Smurf is actually the devil and they're doing witchcraft and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, really, Smurfs? I mean,
some people are going to be weird.
Yeah, what was weird is she didn't hate Gargamel. She was all about hating the Smurfs, though. You know what I mean? It was like Gargamel is literally trying to catch them and either eat them or turn them to gold or use them as some sort of alchemical thing to do something else. I mean, Gargamel's motivations are always a little bit like, exactly why is he so infatuated by these Smurfs, right?
He wants to eat them.
Yeah, I know that's one of the things. He wanted to eat them, but there's another one where he thinks he can use the Smurfs to make like the Philosopher's Stone or gold or something. I like the cat though, Azrael. Yeah, Azrael was cool, but they did that thing where Gargamel created Smurfette and she's like a filthy whore and she's got black gothy hair and shit. But then when Papa Smurf turns her into a good girl, her hair magically turns blonde.
But she's still going to be gang banging 99 fucking Smurfs.
And it's like, did this Spanish guy just basically come right out and say dark-haired people are evil? I mean, what's he saying here? It's like, oh yeah, and it's like I pointed this out on a short too. I saw it again today. It's that Tonga game that they're always advertising. It's like a MOBO for freaking Lonely Housewives or something.
Okay.
And you see the airplane, right? And there's this redhead woman and this tall black dude in a suit. So the black dude's looking like really sharp, right? And he opens the door of the airplane and he chucks the redheaded chick right out the door, right? And then you see a little biracial kid, about 10 years old. She comes running up. He grabs her and chucks her out too. And then he closes the door and he starts like hooking up with like this Hispanic lady, a Latina. And the mom and the daughter land on an abandoned island and they got to build like a bamboo shelter and shit like this, right? That's the game, right? And I'm just sitting here like, okay. They got another one where it's a tall blonde dude and he does the same thing though.
What is this game?
It's like Tonga. You land on an abandoned island, and then if you click your phone screen enough, you can like plant apple.
Conga, like as in Conga?
No, Tonga.
Tonga.
Yeah, like the island or something. But I was just like shocked. I was like,
Teonga, the island farm.
And it was like that brother just totally ditched the white chick and his kid so he could hook up with this other chick. I was like, woo! But it's probably made by the Japanese, and I'll tell you what. I forget who it was that showed the Japanese laundry commercial. The Japanese woman's dating this black dude. And he like leans in to kiss her and she grabs him and chucks him into the washing machine and throws the laundry detergent in. And then when it pops, the door of the washing machine opens up and like this big, tall, pale Japanese guy comes out. And it's like, oh, Japan. You are
Well,
amazing.
sadly, it looks like this one isn't on the Japanese. This one, according to what I found, is Russian.
Oh, well, Russian. Okay, there you go. Someone foreign.
Someone who is not particularly concerned with racial sensitivity.
Right. The other thing, you notice that all of those like World War II like war games are ran by Russians from St. Petersburg.
No, I did not.
World of Tanks, World of Warships, World of Airplanes, and then the other one, like War Thunder and all that books. They are all run from like two different studios in St. Petersburg.
Did you do another stream earlier? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Like yesterday.
No, it says 55 minutes ago you had a stream. I guess I don't know. It's been
Oh, you know what? I think I had like a thing where everything just totally reset.
okay. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, or I was trying to force YouTube to recognize that I was streaming because for some reason lately YouTube's been like, "Are you streaming? What you doing over here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm streaming. Damn it!" That happened yesterday. I like streamed for an hour.
YouTube, give it a YouTube. Come on now.
I streamed for like an hour, and then I looked up and noticed that under the YouTube symbol there was an X, and I'm like, "Damn it!" So of course I told my brother, I was like, "Look, if your shenanigans got my account banned, I'm gonna be a little pissed with you for a while." I said, "Granted, I've got a lot of other accounts, but you know,
What'd he do? What shenanigans?
you know how he likes to tell off-color jokes."
Yes, that is true.
And I'm like, "You have a channel. If you want to go on there and try to outdo Nick Fuentes, go knock yourself out. I mean, I'm okay with it. Just you know, no one's allowed to be edgier than I am on my channel, which is a lot of leeway, actually. That's a huge amount of leeway for people because I can be pretty edgy, but there are some things I don't do. And, but it wasn't that. It's just, and right now, the cable companies out in the front yard using that freaking pipe jack to push freaking conduit underground. So maybe my internet will get better.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be good. Where in the hell is Shadow at?
Where's everybody at? There's like 4 people watching.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
No, it's conversation.
But yeah, he did his thing the other day, and then oh, you weren't on, but Janet came on,
I saw.
and we were bullshitting around, and she was talking about how like excited she is to be in your upcoming game, and I told her she'd probably have a real blast, and so she's excited about that.
It's an all-girl game. We'll see what happens.
In my experience, some of the best players I've ever gamed with were women.
Yeah, I agree. They're also way more evil than men.
They can be. But they're also a lot more likely to just get on with it. Like if you present to them like an adventure hook, they're more likely to actually just do it instead of argue and try to figure every other stupid thing out. And they're more likely to actually give a shit about NPCs and role play and that sort of thing.
And be more evil than the men. I'm telling you.
In my experience, which is just my experience. So if anybody's sitting
my
there,
experience is with you on that one. I've had the same experience.
Yeah, I'm just if somebody's sitting there screaming at the screen, being like, "That's bullshit." I'm like, well, that's what I've seen, but I'm not trying to get into any kind of thing about it, But yeah, that's what I've seen. Then again, I've had at least 2 or 3 female players at my table for 20 years. So, it is just the way it is. And I favor one of them quite a bit. Not in game, though. In game, I'll kill her ass quicker than anything. She knows it, too.
I gotta go deal with work shit. I'll try and come back before you're done. Sorry, brother.
Oh, no. Knock yourself out, man. Get your shit done. I'm just sitting here gluing and painting. So it's just me. And yes, maybe I should make a video about that. Like, how do you handle killing your spouse's character in a game? Me, I handle it just fine. And so do they. So does the wife. I mean, if it happens, and she knows that it's just the way it went and it was nobody's fault and blah, 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 then, she don't whine, bitch, and complain. Called like somebody's cheating or something. She just gets on with it, It's like, cool. But I will be honest, in my D&D games, I don't generally have tons of deaths. And I think it's because, one, it's not that I don't present really difficult challenges to my group. I think it's just that I've been playing with this group of players for so long, that they've gotten kind of smart, in that, one, they will run if shit goes tits up. They'll run. They will not hang out because they know, since we've played together so long, that I don't believe in challenge ratings. Like, they know that. So they don't expect every encounter they have in the dungeon to be something they can defeat. They recognize that sometimes shit is just not good. And you just gotta know when it's time to hit the road. And yeah. Right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing off screen, and I don't know if you are or not, but I have a Caramon miniature. And yes, Caramon from Dragonlance, right? I actually have multiple of him because I printed him myself. And usually when I do print jobs for myself, which I haven't done in a very long time, whatever I'm going to print, I'll print in triplicate. And I do that because if something goes wrong, well, with one of them, then hopefully the other one's printed fine, and that's good, right? However, there's a second really cool reason, and that is that if I end up with a bunch of Caramons, I can paint one up as Caramon, like 100% boom, Caramon, right? But then I can start just tearing the other ones apart and making whatever I want out of them. So this is a Caramon figure from Dragonlance, those of you who may or may not know, right? Except I got rid of the shield and the one-handed sword, and I gave him this big, choppy looking. I mean, it's less of a two-handed sword and more of like a Grossmesser, which, just means great knife in German. And I'm going to leave the head on, though, and everything, and just go ahead and paint him up. And then on his back, I'm going to go ahead and put this big, round, beat-up shield. Like, you can tell the shield's faced in leather, and it's been hacked at quite a bit. And because as I've said multiple times, one of my favorite things when it comes to miniatures and stuff like that is I love the modifying, you know. And if you're dealing with resin, it's not super easy. If you're dealing with plastic, it's so easy, it's barely an inconvenience. You can just cut things and glue things and throw a little green stuff on, and the next thing you know, a character that would be super well known to like everyone becomes unique. What is up, Squirrel Hermit? How you doing, homie?
What's up, brother? How was your Christmas?
Very good. The wife got me
Good.
some cool gifts, and we went out. She took me out to dinner, and which was nice of her because I was really craving a good Cobb salad.
Nice.
And so, I mean, it was just really good. I mean, technically, I had two because half of my family is heterodox, so Catholic or whatever, and they celebrate Christmas December 25th. And I go along with it because why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
You're going to get some presents, and my father-in-law is going to take me out to dinner and buy me ribs or make like a standing rib roast or something. So why am I going to be like, you're heretics? I don't want to. I hang out, have a gin and tonic, and eat some freaking prime rib, right? And then my Christmas is a lot quieter. It's a lot more like it was just me and my wife, and we, did the religious aspects of it and then exchanged gifts. And, it was just a nice, quiet. I mean, we're empty nesting.
Yeah.
It's like the kids are all gone and got kids of their own, and their kids are always sick because they're in daycare. So,
Yeah. The germ farm.
yeah, they're at the germ farm. So, we get to talk to them, and they're all like, I love you. But they've got their own shit going on, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. That's life, babe.
That is life. It's the way it's supposed to be. What
Yes.
you been doing though? With like,
Well,
you and I talked about like your games and stuff. Like, what you been up to?
I really haven't had the time to be gaming anything, really. I mean, as you know, Zadarok, she's healing and recovering, and she's home and all that.
Yeah. You told me about that, and I'm super
Well,
thrilled that everything worked out great.
it was a little bit of a rough ride though on that end because
It's scary, I'm sure.
once she got over, enough to be released back home a week or so later, 2 weeks tops later, uh, we had to take her in by ambulance because she had blood clots in all of her lungs, both of her lungs. So she was in the hospital again for a week or so, and then now she's back home again, and everything's going good.
Yeah. I'm glad.
So
I'm glad.
it's all been going good though. It's all well. She's a tough old bird. She's doing good. Hold on one second. Let me shut this off. This is a bunch of noise we don't need.
Well, I mean, I'm just glad because I mean, this year for me has been a real, as the Chinese would say, may you live in interesting times.
Yeah.
We've had like a bunch of babies born. We've had some of our old people, like 90 plus, die.
Same.
And of course, my wife's family, I don't know if it's because they're Vikings or not, but it's like they're 100% about obligation. So if anything happens with any one of them, whether it's a graduation or whatever, you are expected to show up no matter where in the hell it is. So I've been in the car way more than I wanted to be. I mean, we were up in Indiana because my niece graduated from Bloomington there.
Good for her. God bless.
Yeah, and then we were at my nephew's wedding, and then we're at my other niece's wedding, and then I mean just tons of stuff. Just and I'm like such an introvert, and I hate to leave the house so much. You know what I mean? And my wife's like, load up, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Here we
buddy,
go.
I go to work and I come home.
That's how
That's
I
it.
used to be. Kind of. No, I would go to work and come home, except Saturday, the wife and I would go to the comic shop, and she would paint miniatures while me and my buddy Zaranthics would play Warhammer or something, you know.
Yeah.
And then we'd all go to Red Lobster for like lunch. That was kind of our thing, you know.
Love me some Red Lobster. Love me some Red Lobster.
Yeah, but you still working on those 15 mil guys?
Oh yeah, I got a whole slew of them. I'm still pounding around here. I'm on my phone. Let me see here. No. What's this one? There we go.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Very cool. Very, very cool, Squirrel Hermit. You know, I did not know James Hetfield was your friend, James. I hope he's my friend, but I didn't know he was my friend either. My beloved Swamp German. He's from the Netherlands, so you know, Swamp Germans.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm just down in the basement.
I'm not a fan of Nothing Else Matters. Or
They did some good stuff. He did some good stuff. I wasn't a big super fan, but they did some good stuff.
I am an early Metallica guy. Kill 'Em All,
Yes.
Ride the Lightning.
Yes.
When I was like 15 and 16, and they were angry, and I was angry, and rah, you know. But like once the Black Album hit, and they started doing ballads and stuff, I was like, I wasn't mad though, because like I always say, how do you expect the angry young group to keep being angry and young when they're all like multimillionaires, they're married to their beautiful wives, they've got kids, they live in gated communities? Like, what are they going to sing about at that point?
Yeah, really.
You know, like, are they mad because the lawn care guy showed up late or something? The pool guy didn't clean the pool right? I mean, it's like all of the best music like that kind of music, metal or punk, comes from youthful rage.
Yeah.
From being like, if you listen to the Ramones, they're just pissed about shit. They don't even come off like it, but I mean, they're singing, you know, the KKK took my girlfriend away and shit like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, these guys are a little bit whatever. All of those bands were like that, but then you get older and you realize, now I'm old. It's time to calm down. I'm in a whole different phase of my life.
Yeah,
Except
not
freaking Ron.
different things to be angry about, but not so pronounced about it. Uh-oh. He left.
Nope. Here I am. Yeah, you might write a song about how angry you are that you wake up twice a night to pee.
I mean, it's relatable to our generation, but come on.
When
It's
you're
not
us,
gonna-
it's like,
It's
oh,
not
yeah,
going to sell.
I got you, but
Yeah, I'm finally back into the basement, back into the cellar, so I'm painting again. So that's a good thing. She's upstairs napping. I'm off work for a little bit.
good.
It's a good thing.
I know they were last time we actually talked. You were like in a hotel room somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
all over the damn place.
Oh yeah, I go all over. Part of the job, no biggie.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and it was like how to ruin your whole career in 1 second, and it just showed a hole. Somebody with a front end loader or whatever, a backhoe had been digging, and out of the side of one of the walls, you could see like this freaking fiber optic cable as big as my wrist cut in half.
You're done.
Just like, you know, and
You're
it was like, I was like, yeah, that's about $1 million worth of stuff right there. You just
Yeah.
up big time.
Yeah, like 15 grand a minute to fix or something crazy.
Yeah, man. Glad I never was responsible for any of that when I worked in the water department, man.
Yeah, no, when you're digging, it can be, especially when you know something's close, but you don't know exactly where it is. It'll
Yeah,
get your
we
nerves
had a
going.
whole group in our city, and their whole job was supposed to be to go out and find underground utilities and then mark them.
Yeah.
But if they miss something and you hit it, but anyway, you know what I need to do, and I still need to do this for Vic. I've got Vic's box sealed up, and I need to just run it to the place and send it to him. I've got a ton of 15 mil figures here. I should probably send to you because I don't think I'm ever going to really mess with them. I bought them from Badger Games or whatever. It's a bunch of like just fantasy stuff, you know.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, if you're interested, just drop me any address you want them sent to on Discord. And bear in mind, it could happen anytime between next week and 6 months.
Next year. I get it.
Because in order for me to go to the post office, I have to actually catch my wife when she's not working and, got
I
time.
get it. I get it. I can be the same way. That's one of my faults or foibles or flaws or whatever. I can,
Yeah.
I'm
And
sending this stuff out, and then, like you said, a week or 6 months or a year later, bing, it arrives.
right. Yeah, I told Vic I was going to send him this stuff, and then the next thing I know, I'm like driving to Georgia like 3 times in 1 month, and well, I'm not driving; I'm
Yeah.
teleporting. Is what my wife calls it. Because I
Yeah.
fall asleep and then I wake up. I'm like, "Damn, we got here quick," and she's like, "Shut up."
Sweetheart,
Yes, my love.
That's the only way to travel.
since I have a nail appointment at 5, if you want my gyro from the fridge, it's 100% yours.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I love you. I
Hi,
didn't even-
wifey.
Hello.
She says hello. Apparently, she's got to go get her nails done. She don't got to, but she does.
Well, yeah.
And the other day when we went out to eat and she bought me the Cobb salad, she bought herself a gyro. And it's in the
Ooh.
fridge. She never hardly even done anything with it. And now, yeah, she ate like a couple slivers of meat out of it, but the gyro's there, so it's mine.
I love a good gyro, a good gyro. I love them. Love them.
Yeah. So I'm good then. I know what's going on.
Nice.
I like
We're doing burgers and fries and tater tots tonight. Something simple and classic.
Oh yeah, man. I love a good burger, man. It is hard to beat a good burger. I don't care what anyone says.
We got a butcher here. I can walk to them. It's a block away maybe, and they get all their meats from small family local farms, so it's really good.
Yeah.
Hippie clean meat. You know what I mean? It's good meat.
High quality, not full of all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't water filled and painted and whatever they do to mass produce stuff. And we're gonna have some good burgers. They usually have some ground sirloin or some really good ground chuck. So
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, amazing. We've got a local tavern. They make a good burger, but on occasion, the wife just picks up some meat and makes us burgers and sweet. I like the sweet potato French fries she buys for me.
those are good. Sweet tater fries. I have to remind Zadrock we need to get some of those because we ain't had those in a while.
Oh yeah,
And they're good. They're real good.
yep. So, no time for gaming. That sucks, but that's been the same with me for like 2 months. It's
Yeah.
like every time I even think we're going to have a game, then I get a call and somebody's whole family's got the flu, or somebody, like
Yeah.
half of the group can't show up, or I find out last minute that I'm going to Georgia. And it's just like, well, sorry guys, game's off, because apparently I didn't know I was going to Georgia. But
Yeah. Apparently, I have other duties.
I have other stuff going on. And then, like, not this weekend, but next weekend, my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law are going to come down. But that's awesome, because my brother-in-law, he usually plays with us.
Oh,
But
cool. He'll sit down and
plays on
jam.
the
That's cool.
computer, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Get a face-to-face action,
Yeah. And she sometimes plays or not, just depending on if she's interested in what we're doing or not. Because, she might not be interested.
No harm, no foul.
A little late. I'll blame lag, but that's funny, passerby.
Oh wait, there's the comments. I just
Hetfield's new Metallica album. My 5-year-old just shit his pants again.
now I see it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do we really got to bitch about that's relevant to the youth? Nothing.
Right? It's like, okay, that is bad, but I don't think your average 15 or 16-year-old is going to be like, yeah, you did the rah, because Hetfield does that thing.
Yes, he does.
At the end of every freaking line, he goes, rah, and it's like, rah. It's pretty hilarious.
He does that. It's his trademark, his shtick.
That's his thing, man. Yeah.
Whatever.
Apparently,
Yep.
he's really, really good at tennis. Like,
huh.
Yeah, that's like a thing. Things people don't know about Hetfield. He's really good at tennis. And I think he's a military brat.
Okay, duly noted.
His daddy was in the Navy or Marines or something. And
yeah, he got moved around a bit.
Yeah. But yeah. I was just talking to one of my buddies that lives up in your state, but he lives in Canton.
Yeah, it's about an hour from me. About an hour. A little over. Hour 10, something like, wheelhouse.
Yep. He moved up there like a long time ago, but every now and then we chat. And then the other day on my I has to go through all the quicksand and the swamp you're in. Yeah. My buddy showed up in chat and we're chatting, and it's like, he's the guy I used to always go to the shop to meet and play 40K and stuff. So I was telling him that I was like, I blame you, because since you left, I haven't played.
All your fault.
So it's all you decided you're going to move into the mountains and be a hermit. And now I'm just like sitting here being like,
it's all your fault. I'm all by myself.
Yeah. No, my wife has said that she is willing to learn to play Legions Imperialis, which is the 30K game at 8 mil. So,
Well, that could be cool.
I don't know if you see me making those miniatures. It's this.
Yeah, I
So,
watch you. Yeah.
It's very small scale. And I have multiple armies, and she's said, yeah, maybe she'll learn to play. And I was like,
well, the thing I like about the smaller scale, like 15 mils, is there's just more room on the table for your books and dice whenever you bring them out.
Yeah, I
Really
played at that scale for a little while, and that's 100% correct. I mean, if you put your average 16-inch UDC down, I mean, that's literally, instead of 80 feet, that's like 120 feet or whatever, It's a lot further.
That's really what was the charm for me for these little miniatures is just I got more. There's more room on the table for our books and our snacks and stuff, dice trays, all that stuff.
Right. Well, I forget the name of the guy, but the YouTube video where the dude is like making the argument for switching to 15 mil, and he's got like a whole damn city and a castle and a 15 mil dragon, and he's talking about how when he's playing the dragon, it can literally like fly across the table and stuff like that. And
Yeah, the sense of scale, it's
Yeah,
there, but
the
there's
scale.
more room.
Right.
There's just
Well, his argument, which I think is correct, is that if you're playing at 28 or 32 mil scale, if a dragon actually moves at full speed, most people, including myself, do not own a table that, the dragon will stay on the table. I mean, it's going to be like gone.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, its full movement speed's like 120 inches or something.
yeah,
And that's,
10 foot.
10 feet. Most people ain't got a 10-foot game table.
I don't.
Right. So at the lower scale, I mean, it's actually nowhere near there. So you can keep him on the table.
Yeah, I have 3 of those 8-foot by like 2.5 foot. I'm folding plastic picnic tables. I got 2 of those side by side, and then I have one. I have 3 of them, but one is at the top going the other direction, so it's kind of like a T, kind of.
Yeah.
That's the gaming space here in the basement.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice and spacious. But even with that, you got people sitting around. Again, where are you going to put your books? You're going to open them up on the table. That takes up room. And then you got your dice. I have a stack of, they're wooden and they're round. They're nice size with the felt in them for dice trays, rolling trays or whatever, so the dice don't go wild. Where's all that stuff going to fit if you're using all this other accoutrement? These, it takes an inch every 5 foot. I
have some of those as well, and they're like flat, but they've got snaps. And when you close the snaps, they're like hex shaped with
Yep.
a wall and full of, and my players use those a lot.
They still take up space though, right?
They sure do. They sure do. And you're right also when you're playing a game and everybody's got their own book and it can take up a lot of space and we just play at the dining room table, so it's not even like we're playing at some like big fancy thing.
Yeah.
At our dining room table. So I totally get the idea of it. I really do. I like it. The main reason I decided to back off before I got way too into it is I have too many 28 millimeter miniatures.
You got to use them. You already have a stockpile. Let's keep them in rotation.
I have so many of these that it's like, what do I do with all of these now? I don't want to throw them away or anything.
No, it's either you try and sell them, give them away, or like you said, you don't want to throw them away and start over.
Right.
And I don't blame you. I wouldn't.
But
I wouldn't. I got a decent amount of 28s, but they're at the wayside, and I got a more decent amount of 15 mils. And 15 mils, I mean, if you want to talk about it, they're cheaper.
they are cheaper.
I buy metals. I mean, you guys print and buy plastics, but even then, if you buy a metal set of metal miniatures, you get usually about $6 to $8 for $6 to $8 tops.
Oh yeah, they're cheaper. They easier to store. I mean, there's tons of reasons to do the smaller scale. There really are. I just yeah. So I got a figure here printed
What you
out,
got?
and it's so weird because it's a Paraton, right? Which is one of my favorite monsters, the Paraton.
Yeah.
But this one actually has 4 legs. It's got
Oh wow.
like the antlered carnivore's head and the wings
Yeah.
and the freaking deer legs in the front and then like bird legs in the back and a tail. So it's like a weird wolf, deer, bird thing. And what's weird about it is because I have
Well, that's neat. Where is it? Any particular brand, or is it just someone's?
it's an
FTL?
FTL that somebody
Yeah,
made.
just someone. Yeah, rando kind of thing. That's cool.
Yeah, well, what's weird about it, and I was just looking at because I have the actual like AD&D,
Yeah, the classic.
you know, the classic ones, and I'm like, so what in the hell is that? I don't know, but I'm gonna paint this guy's head white. I'm gonna make him look like a bald eagle,
There you go.
and
I do
then
like, even on my fantasy figs, except for a few of them, I like keeping more of a real world earthy color scheme.
right,
You know, at least it's a fantasy creature, but at least the colors, the patterns, the fur, the feathers, whatever is relatable to what we know as here.
right.
Unless it's something, you know, completely gonzo, like, you know, the Jabberwocky or some other weird, odd, like, paint that whatever. I've never
Right.
seen
I've,
Jabberwocky.
I've seen miniatures for a Jabberwocky.
I got a 15 mil one. Well, it's for 15 mil scale. It's about 3 inches tall. I painted it. It's purple and a little bit of goldish, and
Got that
I'm trying-
long neck.
yeah, I'll try and show it to you. I actually knocked it over, so I got to re-glue its one wing and arm on.
Yep. There he is. Your classic Jabberwocky. Yep. Somebody must be out there doing some well, I know they're doing construction because I can hear the Oompa music.
No, well, yeah, they're working. I always hated music on the job site. I even as a younger man, I was an old fuddy duddy. Shut that shit off. Trying to work here.
Well, I think the crew out here doing all the underground utilities, they're all Mexican and they're listening to the Mexican style polka
Yeah,
that they
Yeah.
listen to. I can just make out the beat, you know, the
uh-huh. And that's fun music. It is. I mean, you know, but it don't, just shut it off.
yeah. I
You know,
never
these new guys,
like,
they bring their boom boxes, radio, you know, Wi-Fi, whatever, but they bring them into work. I'm like, oh God, you kids and your rock and roll. You know, it's
well,
like,
when I
and I
worked
love
on
music.
utilities, we were not allowed to bring. Nobody was allowed to play music during a job site because you had to be more concerned with not dying.
Yeah, same here. That's the way it
You
was
know,
when
it's
I was
like,
coming up. It was like, you shut that you can't, if you got someone screaming rock and roll, and you mistake that for someone, hey, look out, you could be dead.
right. And
Or lose
especially,
an arm, or lose a limb, be hurt. Like, shut it off.
well, and Florida sucks because it's what they call type C dirt,
Yes.
classified C.
Class C,
And
yes.
that's just sand.
Yes.
So if you don't bank your trenches like way
You need
shallow,
you need to bank them. You need to shore them. Oh yeah. Oh buddy, I know. I did the outside gig for many years before I got into refractory.
yeah. And then
Oh
we had
yeah.
to do the whole. We had boxes too that luckily
Yes.
we could use. They drop that box in and then you climb down in. But
Yep.
I don't miss it.
Nope.
But
I don't blame you. I mean, I've been, yeah, I've been 60 feet in the ground with boxes stacked up on top of each other. Oh yeah.
So just a passerby. One, I hope you're doing very well. Two, you show up all the time to listen to the show, and I do appreciate that. But I don't think I've ever asked you, like, do you play any games or anything? Or are you just here to watch me, be your entertaining ape?
Are you here to watch the circus or?
Yeah, you here to watch the circus, or like, do you have an interest in games?
Yeah, what do you do, Justin?
Like, what's your thing, man?
What's up, Justa? Come on, tell us. Speak to James.
Yeah.
Well, I got a neat thing. It's kind of helpful, but kind of not. I don't know. It was a neat thing. Here, I'll show you this. It's one of those color fidget.
Oh, so that you can see like the color wheel.
Yeah, that'll work well together.
And
You
what
know,
goes
like the
with
different.
what.
Yeah. I got that the other day. I was like, yeah, what the heck? I'll spoil myself. It's like $12 or something. But it's actually
always
giving me some
surprised.
neat ideas.
Yeah. And it's like, it's weird for me when you find out that like the complementary color for purple is orange. It's like, okay. I mean, but
Yeah.
a lot of the painters, a lot of painters use those, Squirrel. A lot of painters.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I mean, yeah, I got that the other day. It was kind of neat. I'm like,
Well,
yeah. So I'm spinning through it and going, ooh, wow, okay. This is kind of all right. I might have to paint this next handful, like with these couple different colors I never thought about.
well, it just looks cool though. Even it's useful, but on top of it being useful, it's just a cool looking little thing.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Like that. It's just like a cool little thing. But
Little gadget.
yeah. Yep. Let's put her up. Not 100% sure that I love the paint job on this girl.
Whoa.
It's not bad, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I should put more color on her or something. It's a weird Viking, except she's got a Cossack saber and a heater shield with the Polish eagle on it.
Okay.
Because I just started throwing shit together, I'm like, I've got a couple of this figure, so she's getting a Cossack saber. She's going to get a different shield because she's supposed to be just like a Viking lady.
Okay.
But, I changed her up quite a bit.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna change them up, throw a bright color in there or something. Just because, why not?
Right. Like this guy, I like him okay, but this is Hannibal Barcus.
Okay.
It probably won't focus in because my computer sucks.
Oh, no, the cameras, they're so hokey. Even the phone. Yeah.
So I ended up printing out like a multitude of this guy. And I printed this guy all super colorful and, away. And then his arch nemesis, I printed and painted up. He was easy to paint though, because he's Roman. So there's Scipio Africanus.
Oh yeah, Romans are their palettes.
Yeah, it's like bronze, red, flesh, leather,
Yeah, maybe a little gold if you want the bronze to be shiny, even though it's not bronze. But yeah.
And then the thing is in the game I'm running, which I'm sure you've heard about because everybody makes fun of me about it.
What game we make funny about?
You know what I mean?
Hyperborea?
Yeah, you can be a Roman.
I don't make fun of you about Hyperborea. Hyperborea is freaking tits, buddy.
So I ended up printing out like a multitude of this guy. And No, I mean,
I make fun of you for Hyperborea.
I've
Come
got
on,
my
get it right.
master, and he's always like making shit like of me, like
Hey, Bear.
Hey, Squirrel.
going off on Hyperborea. It's funny, you know. His latest one is like QVC Network, and it's me holding the book, and it's like $59.99. You know? And I'm like,
No, that's not the latest one. The latest one is us in blackface, which I'm a little uncomfortable with.
well, it
That one I
depends,
gotta
though.
say, I was like, that's not jingling my bells.
It depends if we're supposed to be those English guys that painted their face with coal and
We're
like
supposed to be the people who live in that city who are clearly covered in coal, but the problem is we're doing Hyperborea, so it looks a little minstrelly. So
Yeah, yeah.
it was a little over the line for me.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen it yet, but okay. I mean, yes, if you're in that particular quarter of the city, everything is stained with soot, but I don't think that would be like, I don't
Yeah.
think it's to the level of like your skin is actually stained. I
Yeah,
know
well,
the leaders of the city a lot of times wear black robes because if you wear white robes, they just become black after, a couple of days.
Or yellow or green or brown. Yeah.
Right. So it's just easier to wear the black because the city of Cremorium, they're constantly digging peat and actual crude oil up out of the swamp, and they use it, they burn it in their refineries, which is the main thing they do, right? So the whole city, especially the industrial side of the city, is just covered with a pall of smog and
Like
whatever.
the old towns and cities during, the heyday of the steel industry and the Rust Belt.
Yeah. Or England during the time of Dickens.
Yeah.
Which I think is the Victorian era, but anyway, apparently London was very polluted for a very long time.
Lots of soot.
And you had all those people like running up and down chimneys and stuff, but
Yeah, the chimney sweeps.
right.
Heck, when I get off a job with carbon brick like a EAF, electric arc furnace and whatnot, it was funny. Me and a coworker of mine, we went out to grab a bite to eat. I think it was like a steakhouse wherever we were, Texas or Outback or whatever them steakhouses are that are chains. And it was funny because we was off work. We went back to the hotel. We cleaned up. I mean, cleaned up, showered up, shined up. We go back. We go out and grab a bite to eat. And it was funny. One of the kids of the family sitting next to us. I think it was the daughter or son. I don't know. One of the kids says, "Mommy, why are they wearing mascara?" Because that stuff soaks into your skin so much, so bad. You can use soap. It takes days to get it off and out of your body absorbs it and your body bleeds it out. You know what I mean? It just.
I know exactly what you mean because for the first 6 months, I was actually in the Gulf. We were in mop gear and had no showers or anything, right? And then when we finally got new mop gear and showers, when I peeled my uniform, the mop gear off, my uniform was black. And when I peeled the actual chocolate chips off, which is that weird chocolate chip camo they gave us, my skin was permeated with powdered carbon because that's what's in the chemical suit. It's just got layers of barriers with carbon in it. And man, took forever.
It took a while to disappear, didn't it?
Yeah, I had my buddy Pat on top of the vehicle, like slowly pouring water out of a 5-gallon bucket while I was standing under butt naked next to the vehicle, trying to scrub it all off. But everybody else was too, and nobody gave a shit.
No.
It was like, whatever. I need to put a dull coat on this bad boy. Actually, I need to do his eyes too. You see the little white dots. I need to put the red on them, but This is, I don't know if you ever seen the movie, but this is Motor.
I was going to
Supposedly,
say that looks like a monster off a movie clip I've seen.
supposedly the son of Loki, and he was in this movie where these British guys decide to go to Sweden and hike, and they
The movie's
actually
called The
hike
Ritual,
through the
in case
forest.
you're wondering.
The Ritual, and they hiked through
movie.
the forest. Motor was in, and then shit goes wild.
Is it
Because
Motor?
not only
though?
is it a gigantic thing that can just stab you into a tree limb, but he can F with your brain too, like give you
Motor.
delusions and all kinds of stuff, you know, like
Yeah, so like at one point, one of the guys sees his wife reaching out her arms to hug him, and he just walks into the arms, and then we get the reverse angle, and we see it's just Motor going, "Come here." It's fucking brutal.
Time to
Brutal.
eat.
time to eat. Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
very good movie. It's very disturbing, but it's very good.
Yeah, it's one of those like
You're looking for it. Yeah, why not?
it wasn't it wasn't a high budget movie. I mean, it's kind of not what you would think. It wasn't anything that anybody planned on winning awards or anything, but the acting was great and the story was actually really interesting. You know, it's like, you know, this weird Jotun in the middle of Sweden somewhere forcing a group of people to worship it.
And keeping them alive.
But as long as they worship it, it keeps them alive. But that doesn't mean it keeps them young.
And they don't get to leave.
And they can never leave. He marks them and they can never leave. And then these English hikers are rolling through, and one of them gets marked by Motor to be like a worshiper, and the rest of them, boy.
They're just sacrificed, baby.
Yeah, kind of basically, yeah. And it's
Good
just
movie. I
like,
really like that movie. I saw it by absolute accident. I was just flipping through Netflix one day, and the Ritual, a group of friends going to the forest. Well, that sounds stupid. Let's watch this. And by the end, I was like, damn, that was pretty good.
No sleeper hits per se.
well,
Sort
it's
of,
like
yeah.
the other movie I'm always telling Bear about, The Void. It was a really low budget Canadian cosmic horror movie, except
Fucking
it is freaking
Canadians
awesome.
ruining
You
everything.
know what I mean? It's like, I don't think the guys, when they made that movie, knew what they would, you know, how good it was going to be. And it was really good. As a matter of fact, if you go onto YouTube and you type in cosmic horror movies, guaranteed in the top 5 will be The Void.
Huh.
Of course, man, In the Mouth of Madness is generally like number 1, you know, because
Yeah.
obviously, do you read Sutter Kane and all that shit? But The Void is always in there, and it's like, I don't know if you've watched it yet or not, but when you get some time, you should check it out. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Those guys did your nation proud, sir. They deserve like a medal. I mean, for real. If your country gives medals out like England does for people who make good movies and shit.
Metal? What's metal? We use stones and pine cones, James.
Oh,
Haven't
shut
you been paying
up,
attention
Bear.
to your own rhetoric?
All right, fine. Then they'll give Stones and Pine Cones out for an award. You get an
Well, there
award.
we go. Those are called Juno Awards and Gemini Awards and Genie Awards. Those are our versions of those. And they're worth about stones and fucking pine cones. So, yeah.
This movie is so good that everyone involved with it deserves a stack of beaver pelts.
There's the joke. I'm like, when is he going to get?
Well,
to the
you
joke?
made me do it though.
I didn't make you do shit.
Yes, because I was being cool and being like, they deserve medals and awards, and you're like, oh, don't you mean stones? And okay, fine. If that's what we're going to do,
yeah,
let's do it. Then.
See, he was perfectly nice to me earlier, Squirrel, but now that there's an audience here, he has to fucking rag on me. See,
No, get out here. I'm not ragging.
That's how it works. When
I'm
there's
not
it's just
ragging
me
on
and
you at
him,
all.
he's super fucking chill with me, really nice guy. As soon as one other person
Super chill with me. Next thing you know, hey, I'm up next on the roster. Don't worry.
No, it's his way. He's got an
You're not
audience.
alone. You're not alone, buddy.
The show's on now, brother. What do you call a guy who's from up north? A Kaneko
Hey,
head.
I'm
Oh,
just
wait,
a
no, I say
Buckeye.
Canuckle head.
I'm just
I
a
love how
Buckeye. You know, a useless
the
nut.
1930s.
What do you call a guy from Pennsylvania? Nothing, because it doesn't exist. Like, Jesus Christ, you know.
That's what I love. The 1930s. Hey, you hear about that Hitler guy? He's not such a good guy. You
I hear a
know?
lot of stuff about that guy Hitler. Here he's up to some bad things. So maybe Uncle Sam needs to go over there and pop him in the nose.
Pop him. Give him a knuckle sandwich, American
Give him an
style.
old Give him a little Jack Johnson.
See, this is why I can't wait until you run your one game with all the girls.
Why?
Is because I think it's going to be hilarious.
It should be good. I mean, I'm looking
You
forward to
can do
it. You're gonna YouTubeavize it, aren't you, Bear?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, because he's so good at doing voices and stuff, and then having like Janet, who may or may not just hide in the closet and play flute or something. Who knows? And it's like, and
No,
it's
Bear
like,
does good.
it's going to be
Bear does
Permanent
really
group
well.
of green sleeves. It's just Janet in a closet, and all you hear is do 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 do. People are dying. Ah!
everyone's getting ripped to bits, and you
Now
hear
she
the
can't play a
flute
flute. She must play a recorder.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, 6 of one, half dozen the other.
That was
Annoying
one of the
woodwind
funniest
instruments.
games I've ever seen in my life. I was watching that, and people are like, "Oh my goals!" And Janet's like, "I'm playing my flute down the trap door." And everybody ripped the shit, and she's just playing away because I guess she was the bard. So no one
Yep.
informed her that bards are basically useless. So she chose to be a bard.
Well, unless it's an AD&D genuine classic bard, yeah, they're useless.
Yeah, which I don't
I
think,
disagree firmly with both of you on the idea that bards are useless.
and I don't think anyone in the universe has ever legitimately become a bard in AD&D.
Oh, didn't Shadow say he did once?
Maybe he did, but I'll tell you what, no one lived long enough to do that shit in games I was playing.
I agree. I think anyone who says that it's the same as people who say they figured out that the twist in what's that goddamn Bruce Willis movie? What the twist? I See Dead People. What the fuck's that movie called?
Yeah, Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Every person who
Shamalama.
ever tells me like, oh, I figured it out while watching the movie, I always go, bullshit. You did not. You lying sack of shit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's.
I
Because
didn't figure it out.
I knew before I saw the film, so I watched the film looking for tells.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I already,
didn't
like, I got
figure it out,
spoiled
but my
for me.
dad did.
I don't believe he did. I think he waited to the last second. I don't know. I don't believe it. I
No,
just
like,
don't believe it.
within the first 10 minutes of the movie, he was like, "Yeah, that guy's dead." I'm like, "What?" But to be fair,
Maybe your dad's like an autist or something, or a savant.
he's pretty much a genius, but he has smoked himself retarded.
Smoked himself to what?
Retarded.
So a savant.
So a savant. Yeah.
Yeah, like he when he was young, he had like a super like he was like everybody's like this guy is like going to be a doctor or a lawyer. He's a genius, and then he found Mary Jane.
Last dance for Mary.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. Yeah, that can be.
And now he's like, and he'll
And the reefer doesn't
just be
be a savant, but
there. Okay, pop. Okay, connection lost. Worst.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm off camera. I have
Hmm.
booger nose syndrome. Little.
I see your lady Sight Rock added me on Instagram. Hopefully she's smart enough to know not to send me messages on Instagram, which I don't fucking use. And I told you that 3 times, Squirrel Herbert. You still insist on sending me messages on Instagram, which then sends me a notification on Facebook and triggers my fucking OCD.
Well, I love you, buddy. You know,
I
I'm
get that.
sending
Just
you
use
something.
Facebook.
Listen. I'm sending you something, and every time I send you something, it's because I'm thinking of you, you ungrateful potato.
Well, why don't you send it to me on Facebook, which I actually
I don't
fucking
use Facebook.
Well, I don't use
Facebook.
Instagram.
Yeah, but that's- we're both ungrateful potatoes. Have you sent me anything on Facebook?
No, because I don't have you on Facebook. You don't exist on Facebook.
Facebook is like
Well, I exist.
just full of old people.
Not a squirrel
I'm
herder.
old. I'm an old person. What are you talking
okay.
about?
All right.
I'm as
I agree
old,
with
maybe
this.
a little older than you. What do you mean old?
I am old and I earned this. I earned every limp, every scar, every fucking twitch, every pain. I earned them.
Amen to that, brother. We all have, all three of us.
So anybody that thinks you're being old, you're not old. Fucking young people, they're the only people who do it too. Eh? Like you're talking to someone in their 20s when they ask you your age, and you tell them 50 plus, and they're like, well, "You're not old." I'm like, "Yeah, let's talk when you're in your 50s." Except I'll be dead by then.
Yeah. Wait till you get here.
You'll see.
It's like, really? You don't think I'm old? Then I guess I'm not making those noises every time I stand up.
Hey, clearly there's a soundtrack to my life, and the sonist has a fucking sense of humor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of old and making noises, a good buddy of mine I work with quite a bit, travel around. we get into the work trailer, the brake trailer or whatever. We're putting our boots on and tying them up. We're sitting there bending over and grunting or whatever. His son, he's like 26 or something. He goes, Jesus Christ, it sounds like two old men fucking in there. You guys are just tying your boots. We're like, well, wait till you get to our age.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're over there leaning up. It's good times.
Yep. I agree. It is the weirdest fucking thing. Like, the Stones did hit it on the nail when they said, what a drag it is getting old, but it's even worse than that. It's just some days it's like, why does this hurt? Why the fuck does this hurt? What did I've woken up now 2 or 3 times this year because I've slept
my internet is
on my ear, and it's woken me up because my ear
freaking
hurts.
working on my.
And I have to move my head, and then it's not. But it's like there's too much pressure on my ear from the pillow in my head. You know
yeah, like right here, like right on the not on the back spot, but right on the front spot.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Why does it? I've slept there a million times. Like what?
Every night of my life, but for some reason, the last year or so, every month or so, it goes, "Ow, no, too much pressure on your ear." Ow.
On a pillow.
Sucks. From a pillow.
Not on the concrete, but on a pillow.
Yeah, I wasn't sleeping on a fucking board. Yeah, this is getting old. This is probably getting old. Hey,
yes.
James, back?
You catching up, buddy?
Are you back with us, James?
Yeah. I was just laughing at passerby with the whole Janet Spard was playing an Aztec death whistle.
An Aztec death whistle? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're as horrible as you think they would be.
Yes, they are. You've never seen that guy on YouTube who does it where he sticks different things in his wife's car exhaust? Like, here's 100 kazoos in her exhaust, and then he puts a camera in her car so he could watch her driving. Like, what is that fucking noise? And then the last one he did was he put 50 Aztec death whistles in her fucking. Jesus Christ. It sounds like screaming. It's all it sounds like. It sounds like just running over a playground. I mean, holy fuck.
I love those kind of harmless pranks. Those are the best. They're the classic.
Yeah.
There's this one guy, and all he does is shit to piss his wife off. And there's a video. She's in the kitchen, and he walks up, and he's like, "Honey," and she turns around to face him, and he sprays her on the chest. And she's like, "Why'd you do that?" And he said, "Well, it says spray on flat surface." So then she chucks a pot at him as he's walking away.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, and as he's running away or whatever. At least the one I've seen. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
it's slow mo. Her throwing a pan or a plate or something. They're funny. And they're funny because they're both in on it. It's funny.
Some of these prank couples, I'm like, oh my god, because some of them, you can see the guy is really into it, but the chick is not, and you're like, this is how divorces happen. You think you're funny as fuck, and she's tired of walking through doorways and getting cream pies in the face. She's just sick of it. She's had her fill one day, and you come home to the papers.
Right.
Remember how much fucking clout the internet gave you.
It's this guy.
What you got?
I hope that his wife is in on it, because otherwise he's just mean. The guy I'm talking.
Yeah, the majority. I'm hopeful. The majority, they're both in on it.
Yeah, I hope it's like a thing, because
The vast majority, they gotta be. Come on, it would have ended like the third time. She would have been like, "I'm out."
yeah, like the first time he walked up to her and asked if like she was pregnant, just out of the blue, that'd have been the end of that marriage, you know. Like, wait, what? Gone, you know. It's like, but maybe some people just got laid out like that. They can just get away with shit
For
I
so
could see
long.
your brother doing it. I could see Hungar getting away with it.
Yeah.
Because no matter how impish you like to think you are, James, and how, aren't I a clever little imp? He's like lives that life. You know what I mean? You're just cosplaying it.
Dude, you had quit the stream, and you like literally 10 minutes after you left the stream, I ended up just reading him the riot act. We had a coming to Jesus moment.
Well, you and Hungar?
Oh yeah.
When was this?
Oh geez, when Double D dropped in.
All right, what happened?
Hungar did what you say I do.
Which was?
And I'm like, shut up. I'm trying to listen to what D's saying about something. And the whole time he's cracking like super edgy boy jokes, right? And then I go, as I do, I link out. And when I come back, I hear him like he's laughing, and I hear Double D say, damn, the hard R. And I'm like, the fuck did you do? Which was nothing. While I was gone, they were joking, hey, we should say shit and get his channel blocked. And I didn't know that. So I had to tell him, I'm like, look, you have your own channel. Feel free to go over there and just do whatever you want. But yeah, don't. I was like, when we're sitting here talking about something, that's not the time for you to feel like you need to tell everybody your freaking latest dad joke or whatever. Just chill the F out. And he's like, okay. But I was actually like legitimately pretty upset.
Yeah, you
Wow.
were upset, bud. I watched it. You were upset.
That one.
I was
There was not, and truly, if you did rewatch, there wasn't much to be upset about. But and we can't blame you. I can't blame you because it's Hungar.
It's my brother, and he was going buck wild.
And they played him. They knew that he was raw, you know. So they went for the raw stroke, and they took the shot, and they got what they wanted. But the problem is that they didn't get the reaction they expected, right?
Well, because I came back pissed.
Exactly.
I was like,
y'all don't learn until
Hungar might have expected it. Hungar might have expected it. It was his brother, but
all I'm saying is if you fuck with that dog long enough, eventually it bites you, and that's when you learn not to fuck with that dog.
Except Hungar knows me, so he knew. He knew what was going to happen.
Well, again,
he's just like, let's F with James until, you know.
I'll be right back.
Let's watch him lose his freaking mind over here.
Well, like I said, you cosplay as an imp. He's all about that imp life.
The grand imp.
the grand imp. Yeah. It's kind of like the Grand Wizard, except worse, actually.
I love Hungar, but he's such a shit disturber. Loki will come down from Asgard and go, yo, brother, chill for a bit. Like take a minute.
Brother,
ooh.
Brother, ooh.
Ooh, brother, ooh.
Calm down,
maybe
brother.
Not so much, you know? Not everything has to be a mountain. Come on, sit down.
Yeah. And then like he's like, well, I'm gonna take off. And I'm like, okay, I'll catch you later. And then he don't take off. And I'm like, I thought you said you were gonna take off. He said, well, I had to say something. I'm like, okay, what? And he's like they say in Paris, assalamu alaikum. And I immediately say alaikum assalam. And then I'm like, why? Why did you have to wait just to do that? It's like he is a shit disturber.
He is about that imp life, baby.
He was born with a giant freaking wooden spoon in his hand so he can stir that pot. And he does. And I was just like, trying to actually talk to somebody, and he's like, "So, hey, do you know why aspirin's white?" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up," you know. And it's like, dude, you're telling like these weird, like 1970s kind of edgy, uncle jokes. It's like, calm your ass, but I love him. He's just one of God's special people, which he would know what that means and be kind of offended, I bet.
Well, what? He's a dumpster goblin. Come on.
Do you know the guy who wrote "You've Got a Friend in Me" for Toy Story?
Right, Randy Newman.
Yeah, he wrote a song called Rednecks. And it was a very satire, like, song about rednecks and how they used the N-word. And, like, it was supposed to not be flattering at all, right? He ended up, anytime he goes on tour, when he's in the South, he cannot perform Rednecks because the crowd sings along. He's just like, it wasn't supposed to become the national anthem, guys. I was talking shit. But everybody's just like, oh, we like the song. Whatever.
Nice.
Now, my favorite song I used to sing by him to a certain special person in my life is Short People Got No Reason to Live.
Short people got no reason.
And, sometimes I'd sing that to Hungar too, because he's like 5'5".
Yes, and you don't sing it to me a lot.
Yeah, I sing it to you a lot too, baby.
No, you don't.
Well, not when you're around.
How tall is your woman?
I'm too useful.
Yeah, not when you're around.
Okay.
How tall is your woman?
I don't know, like 5'3". I think she's taller than my mom. My mom's like 5'1", something like that. I don't know. My grandma was 4'11" and weighed 90 pounds.
Miniature.
Yeah, my grandpa was 6'5", like 310 pounds too. So I mean, okay. I don't even want to converse about that situation.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Bear's like, thank God. So there's a new movie called Whistle that revolves around an Aztec death whistle. Ugh.
That does not sound like something I want to see.
Well, you want to see The Void.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The next time you mention that movie, I'm never watching it ever.
You might want to watch Hereditary if you haven't.
I have seen Hereditary. That movie was disturbing.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
it was like some of the character deaths were a bit much, right? Like especially the little girl, like that was a bit fucking much.
Yeah.
It was a little over the fucking line. And that I think was what bothered me the most was just it was like I'm very protective of children, even though I can't stand
me too.
I can't stand them. I hate children. I think they're the fucking bane of human existence, despite our need of them to continue as a species. But I don't want to see bad things.
Yeah, don't fuck with the kids. Don't fuck with the kids. Leave them out
don't
of
fuck
it.
with the kids and don't fuck with the doggos or the cats.
Yeah, just leave them out of it. That was one thing. What was that movie with the Aztecs that Mel Gibson directed?
Apocalypto.
Yeah, whatever it was that where they the guy took the baby or whatever. I went to the theaters
weird, though, because the one
and
guy
I almost threw my soda and popcorn at the screen just out of rage. Like, don't fuck with the kids.
The guy who was the main bad guy was actually a really good dad to his son, though.
Oh yeah,
That's what pissed him off is when his son got ganked. And then it was like, ah.
But it was just, yeah, that anything messing with
Feel
kids,
weird too.
leave them out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, spoilers. The little girl was possessed by a demon, and the demon hated being in a little girl body because it wants a boy body. So the little girl had to go, and it was a horrible way to go. And there's no good ending to it at all. It ends horribly for everybody involved. It's like, huh, yep, bad guys won, good guys lost, everything sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't like the fact. No, nobody likes the fact that the good guys don't always win.
Yeah, my wife hates that movie because she says it's absolutely hopeless. Like, there's no hope. The
Mhm.
bad guys win, the good guys lose, everything sucks.
All the great themes have been turned into theme parks.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't think I have any other movies to tell anybody they should watch because everything else I watch is like, I don't know, 30 years old. It's like if you haven't watched Event Horizon or In the Mouth of Madness or whatever by now, then you're never going to. And
Yeah.
whatever, whatever makes you happy, right?
I always like that one. Oh, my phone's crooked. I always like that one. Sorry about the light, guys.
That's right.
I thought it was a really neat concept. I've always been into language and how it changes and morphes, in your perception, our perception, just due to language. What was that one? Arrival, I think it was.
Oh, with the giant squid-like things, decapod.
Yeah, I always thought that one was really freaking neat.
Yeah, it was. It totally was. Pretty darn neat. The one where the all-female team of like scientists go into the Florida swamp and all get like
That's
mutated and shit. That one was pretty good.
that was with the weird sort of vibe. Like there's a weird sort of shimmer everywhere, and it's making
Yeah, that's
everything
what they called it,
weird.
I think. The shimmer.
Yeah, I can't remember what that movie's called. I never saw it, but I saw a lot of the imagery from it, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like some alien thing landed in Florida and just started rewriting the genetic or DNA or whatever of everything.
Well, it's Florida.
And it was spreading.
Yeah,
So-
it's little- what do you
It's Florida.
expect?
And they sent this lady in who was like this scientist who should have known how to
It was
figure it
Natalie
out. but-
Portman.
right. And then you find out later that they had sent her husband in, who was some kind of special forces guy, played by the guy who played the really good X-Wing pilot in all the shitty Star Wars shows.
Okay.
I can't remember his character name or his actor name.
I can see his face, though.
He was Duke Leto in the new Doom.
Oh
Kick-ass.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That douche nozzle.
I don't know if he's a douche nozzle or not.
He's a
but he
horrible
was
actor.
good. Huh?
It's a horrible actor.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to agree to disagree at least
Not
on
Pedro
the-
Pascal. He's on Pedro Pascal level for me. What the fuck is this guy's name?
Pedro
Oh, damn.
Pascal's problem is they just keep casting him.
Miscasting him.
And it's like, stop.
Oscar Isaac. There we go. Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, it's like, stop.
Oscar Isaac. They were giving
like
him the
Zendaya.
They were giving him the there was a period there with Oscar Isaac where they were giving him the fucking Pedro Pascal treatment. He was showing up in everything. Kind of like remember when Hugh Jackman was showing up in everything at one point in time?
Yeah.
And then they figured out people were sick of that shit.
Yeah, he got it was an overindulgence of
Overexposed.
yeah.
But he was good in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, no, Hugh Jackman does some good work, but it was just like, geez Louise, like, can anyone else do something else that he's cast as?
It's funny because one of the greatest bands of all time and one of my favorite bands, Nickelback, the main reason people don't like them is they're overplayed. And it's like, yeah, I can
Whatever helps you
understand
sleep at
that.
night. Whatever helps you sleep.
Whatever lies you have to tell yourself to get through there, buddy, you do that.
Well, they were overplayed. It was
And you want to know why I don't like Nickelback? Kroger.
They blow donkey
Chad
dong.
Kroger. I don't care how good their music is. Every time I've seen him interviewed since the 2000s when this bullshit started, he is the most arrogant douche I've ever seen. And he just makes me want to punch him in his fucking mouth.
Oh, does he come across as that? I've never seen any interview.
The only
So
thing I ever thought
West Coast fucking musician. West Coast Canadian musicians are all
in the
cunts.
chat there.
he
Oh, the
must,
only thing I ever thought was weird about him is like in some videos, his hair looks just like ramen.
Just like what?
Ramen noodles. His hair. It looks like ramen noodles. You're like, damn, how do you make his hair look like ramen noodles like that? I don't know. But it don't matter because someday, some way, he's gonna make it all right.
Yeah, it is. I knew it was coming.
yeah.
I can't help that I like what I like, guys.
He can't help himself.
Oh, I don't blame you for liking what you like, brother. That's awesome. Like what you like. Some of what you like, I don't like. Some of what I like, you don't like. We still like each other, huh, buddy? Come on, we get along. We get along.
I also like whatever the name of the band is that did She Effing Hates Me. I like that song. I can't help it. And he's singing about this girl he thought they were dating, and then he realized she fucking hates me. La 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 la. And he just goes off. It's pretty funny, you know.
That is catchy. It is catchy. I mean, they've had their catchy, but Nickelback, never buy an album. Never.
Yeah, I think this is like Puddle of Mud or something. And then another song I'm a huge fan of from like that type of band is Chevelle the Red. I like that song. Yeah, she hates me. La 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 la. The one dude's in the classroom just losing his mind. The guy at the burger joint. It's like all these dudes just got done dirty or something, and they're just all like. And then I realized I was living one big lie. She effing hates me. Oh, man. That was like the best of the 90s or whatever, you know.
Time period wise, yes.
Yeah, that was like there were a couple bands that come out in that era that were pretty bad.
What year did that come out?
I don't know.
Late 90s?
Might have been early 2000s, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think that.
One band that came out way back in that era that I think is really good, though, is like the Killers. I've always been a fan of the Killers.
I'll give you them.
You know, they're just a cool band. And for new music, a while back, like 5 years ago, my daughter introduced me to 21 Pilots, and I pretty much like about everything I've ever heard from them.
You got me going the Killers, and now my brain's just going jealousy, turning saints into the sea. Like fuck, I hate how catchy that
the way
song
it goes. Yeah, because I'm Mr. Brightside or whatever.
Open up my eager eyes. Yeah, fucking. Now you got. Then you mentioned 20. What's it?
21 Pilots.
21 Pilots is boom, boom. It's stuck in. Fuck you.
Sipping on straight chlorine. Let it run over me. Because your love is a chemical.
Have I mentioned how much I hate you?
What? But the one they're best known for, the where he's like rapping. You know, I wish I had a different voice and could sing some different rhymes.
If I could turn back time
to the good
old days. Exactly.
You know, those dudes are from your state too, Squirrel Hermit. They live probably close to you.
Probably like Akron or something. Probably Akron's actually had a good handful of
Well, that's
musical.
absolute nonsense. Since nothing good ever came from Akron, we all know that. The only thing that ever came out of Akron was cancer. That's right. If you've got cancer, blame Akron, Ohio.
And don't forget East Palestine. And by the way, you're all a bunch of Buckeyes. A useless.
East Palestine, West Palestine, I don't care. I stay out of the Middle East conflict. That's what I do, sir.
I know in the video where they're riding the tricycles around, that's their actual neighborhood. And the people
probably.
like in the video with them, that's their actual moms and dads and
Hey,
brothers and sisters.
I'm working on a Golden Age villain for my Patreon. So like 1940s villainous. What do you think of this? The Emerald Enchantress. What do you think?
Let's
sharing
see.
the image.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, does that work?
Yeah, it does.
Has that Golden Agey type evil bitch look, right?
Yeah,
It does. And you know who I'm immediately reminded of for some weird reason?
Ooh.
Ming, the Merciless.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I don't even know why, but it's like
there you go.
Not what I was going for, but I could see why you would see that. Yeah.
because they're in that same category. They're like exotic and kind of strange looking and cool though, but really evil. Like Ming, I think, got all of his power from a ring that he got from some demon god or something or other. I forget exactly how it was.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I'm gonna give her like nature magic powers, like something like poison ivy, but it's magical based.
I can tell you this: whoever they cast to play,
If I
Ming
could turn back
daughter
time, oh sorry, I thought you were going to tell me.
was really freaking hot back in the 80s.
Sorry, who are we going to cast with the who and the where and the what now?
I'm saying whoever it was that they cast as Ming's daughter in the Flash Gordon movie. Oh my God. Smoke show.
Yeah, she was definitely a smoke show.
Back
and then
in
there was a
those
rumor
days.
for the longest time that she was transgender.
Oh my God. I don't care. That is the hottest transgender person I've ever seen in my life.
People just want to always cause shit. You know what I mean?
I thought
Yeah,
she was
like-
like some kind of Italian supermodel or something.
Yeah. Problem is right around that time was when Tula came out. The Bond girl who was also a playmate who turned out was transgender. And you would never have known if she didn't tell you. Like, you would never have fucking known. Like, in a million years, you wouldn't have known looking at her. And, I mean, she was a fucking Bond girl, for Christ's sake. And once that happened, I remember there was a spate of, like, tabloid magazines accusing various women of being actually transgender. And, you know how they are. Hey, people are interested in this. Let's do more stories about it. But figure out if we can get Bigfoot in there, because everyone loves Bigfoot. Every issue we have Bigfoot on the cover sells 10 times the copies of the previous issue. Get Bigfoot on there. Bigfoot's transgender. There's your headline. Write it, squirrel. That's...
I'm on it, boss. I'm on it. I'll be right back.
Hey, get me some photos. Pay them if you have to, but I need Bigfoot in drag.
You know I will. I'll got it. I'll dress up as if I have to. I'll get it. I got it, boss. I'm on
I don't want to know how you killed the bee, the cow. Just bring me the steak. Get going, you two.
Amen to that, boss.
I
I'm
was
on.
born to be a 1930s newspaper man, and I just didn't realize it.
It seems
today.
like.
Fuck.
Meanwhile, the whole time you're saying that, I was thinking of the song "Dirty Laundry."
Ooh, kick them when
Ooh,
they're
that's
up,
a classic.
kick 'em when they're down, kick them when they're up, kick them all around.
Well, yeah, because it's about the news just being a bunch of fuckheads.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I've been working that
And
industry.
people in general.
They got the
Just-
bleach blonde, whatever. That
It's-
comes on at 5, and she can tell you about a plane crash with something in her eye or whatever.
With the green.
With a
Yeah,
gleam in
and
her
it's-
eye.
it's a commentary on-
people die. Give
It's-
us dirty laundry.
Yeah.
It's a commentary on just people in general.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like the song says, it's interesting when people die.
Did they have the operation? Is the head dead yet?
Dead yet?
You know, the boys in the newsroom.
Room running bet.
Yeah.
Get the widow on the set. We need dirty laundry. Yeah, fuck, dude, trust me, that song.
Yeah, that song is
Not inaccurate.
prescient, even almost.
Some might say.
Peter Parker, get me those photos of Spider-Man, yeah?
Yes. I need pictures of Spider-Man. Now, let's go, Parker. $300.
And drag, make it
I
happen.
still remember when I watched the first fucking Spider-Man movie, when he does that whole rant about getting the pictures, and I'll get you a nice box of Christmas meat. When he said Christmas meat, I fucking almost fell out of my chair laughing. Like, what
Isn't
an
that the
absurd
same
thing.
guy that does all of the State Farm commercials?
It's J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, the State Farm commercial guy, right?
I don't know. I don't watch TV, so I don't see commercials. Sorry.
Yes, he
Okay.
did.
He
I
was
believe
in
you're
John
correct,
Wick,
James.
one of the cleaners.
I believe you're correct, James. He did some State Farm commercials back in the
That
day.
dude
Yes.
has been in a ton of shit.
Oh, he's been in massive amounts of movies. Guys,
Yeah, in the State
bonafide
Farm
A-listers.
commercials, he always plays some guy telling you about State Farm, and he's like, "We know a lot because we've seen a lot." Except he's totally bald, but I think in the Spider-Man movies, he still had hair.
No, now later they started making him bald in the later ones.
Yeah,
They felt it
because
was funnier and more right wing if he's bald.
he has a literally just walks in front of the camera for 5 minutes role in John Wick Part 1. When Wick kills all the guys in his house and he calls the dudes and gives them the gold coins, like he's like the second or third guy in line that walks into the house. And he never says anything. You just see him walk in. You know, it's like, okay, well, making some money over here, this guy.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves, John Wick, etc., Zadrock, she put on put on Constantine. She likes that movie. That was a fun movie.
I love that movie. That movie has one of the most
Yep.
interesting images of hell because it's just like LA, but nuked to shit.
I have never seen that movie.
It is interesting.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one. Don't go in there thinking it's going to blow your mind or anything.
No, but I'm a very big fan of the source material. So as a result, I don't
So
want to see the
you're-
movie completely bastardize it.
Who was that? Hellblazer, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Hellblazer. Yeah, not Hellblazer. Yeah, Hellblazer. Yeah. Hellblazer. John Constantine.
Yeah, the occult detective. And he was blonde, but he did
He's
smoke
blonde,
all the
first of
time.
all, and he smoked nonstop.
And he was British.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, though, it's
Other than
actually
that, he
pretty
doesn't
good.
smoke. He has black hair, and he's not British. It's a very good version of Constantine.
Yeah,
I mean,
other than that, it's
no,
not-
Constantine, he constantly smoked. In that movie, he never put out a cigarette.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, like he
He
would
was
use
constantly.
a cigarette that he
So
had.
have you boys
smoked.
ever read the 4-part comic, The Books of Magic?
No.
So basically, there's this Kid Eternity. He has this amazing amount of power, and everybody in the magic world is looking for him, and Constantine has him. But Constantine has to go do something for a minute, so he leaves him in Zatanna's trust, and I think Madame Xanadu, but I can't remember. He leaves him in these other magic people. It's like, just take care of him till I get back. So they decide to take him to this magic club where all the magic people party, not thinking it through. And then suddenly all the magic people that are there, including villains, realize that's the fucking kid we want. And suddenly they're all starting to surround Zatanna and the other one and getting all like, and they're like, holy fuck, this is going to be a fight. And then this off-screen word bubble just goes, no one touches the kid. And they turn and it's Constantine with a cigarette looking at them all. The next page you turn is Zatanna, Constantine, the kid, and the other one outside the club, and Zatanna going, you don't do anything. You don't have powers. How the fuck do all these people fear you? Like, she's completely blown away that all you had to do was say something, and everybody backed the fuck off. That's Constantine, right? Constantine's an oh fuck level character when he shows up. You know what I mean? Like when John Constantine's around, it's like, oh fuck, shit's gonna go sideways real bad, and that cocksucker's already figured a way out of it for himself, not for you, for himself.
I forget.
So
what
I'm really worried about watching a movie that doesn't understand Constantine like that. You know what I mean?
Actually, you might be you watch the movie because the ending of it shows he's figured out shit.
You know, do you ever see? Did they do his suicide thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they robbed that from the comics, which is still one of the best moments in Constantine's history. I've got incurable cancer.
I mean,
I sell my soul to 5 demons and then summon them all in a circle and slit my wrists.
Robbed or paid homage. I mean, it all depends.
Does he give
you
Satan the
look at
finger at the last second?
What's that?
So in the comic, he basically sells his soul to the three demons, including Satan, slits his wrists in an arcane circle, and all three pop up going, Constantine, finally, your soul is mine. Ah, fuck. And they realize that he sold his soul to each of them. They're like, all right, these are all legal contracts. Now we have to go to war between us to decide who gets this prick's soul. Fine. Fuck it. You're healed. You're alive. You're fucking, we'll get you another time. Fuck you, contract. Well,
Yeah,
and
they
then they all start leaving. And then Constantine's thought bubbles are like, just as Satan, the one he hates the most, is leaving, Lucifer. He's like, I could have let it go. I could have taken the win, but that wouldn't be me. And he just gives Satan the fucking finger at the last second, like, go fuck yourself, Satan. I played
It's similar to that.
it's
That's
very
so good.
similar. Very similar.
I don't think they've done it. I'll take a look at it. I'll try, but I'm telling you right now, if I hate it, I'm going to blame both of you forever and haunt your afterlives.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair
Fair
deal.
enough. I'll
Fair
accept
deal?
that.
All right, cool.
I
Don't
will
sell their
tell you
souls to other
this.
demons.
The guy they got to play Satan is like the best Satan.
He does a really good portrayal.
Okay. It's got what's her name in it, eh? Skinny, no tits.
Yeah, the one that you're
British
never
chick.
quite sure. Like,
Yeah,
is that guy or
Orlando.
girl? It's got what's her name Weiss in it.
Rachel
Yeah.
Weisz?
Yeah, she's cute.
She's cute, but her mouth made me not like her.
And then her mouth made me like her extra. No, anyway. But then the guy who tries to put Buscemi in a wood chipper,
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
he plays the devil. And he is just so weird and like creepy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's worth it just to watch him show up.
Again, it was a fun one.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of movies bastardize, other comics or literature or whatever, but
yeah,
I think they did it fair. It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a movie. You're not gonna do.
They're doing a part 2, and Keanu Reeves is going to be playing the main character, but he's got his hair dyed blonde.
Really?
Yeah, that's what.
I
I
don't want to see a part 2. Just part 1's good.
So, I mean, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But
No, I'm good. I'm good with the first Constantine. That's it. I'm good.
well, I mean, they already did an animated movie. I forget if it was like HBO or whatever.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, there's a couple of them.
And Constantine's like running around LA trying to stop all these demons from doing horrible things to everyone, and because
we're getting overdone there. But anyways, that was a good one.
Yep, that's what he does. He runs around trying to keep people from being
And the whole twist on him making deals and not thinking the deals, they did that in the movie. It was good.
There's a reason why whenever I ask someone their favorite superhero and they say John Constantine, I go, he's not a superhero. And they go,
No.
He's in comic books. And I'm like, still not a fucking superhero?
Just got
we
here.
had that discussion the other day, didn't we?
Yep.
It's like, does he have superpowers? I mean, because Superman's a superhero for sure.
But he's not a hero is the point.
Oh, yeah, he's not a hero. He's just doing his thing. That's
Yeah, he's a super, but not a hero.
No,
Right.
He's not even a super. He's just a character. He's a comic book character.
True.
He shows up and does stuff. But yeah, I think you would like it. I can't promise.
No, we have our deal.
We'll see. Yeah, you can hate me forever.
If I was there in person, I'd shake your hand, man.
I will haunt your fucking souls forever.
What if I
by the
don't
way,
have them?
remember, Shadow.
What are you gonna haunt?
Sorry,
You gonna haunt an empty space?
Squirrel.
Huh? What are you gonna do? Haunt an empty space? What if I don't have a soul?
So remember when you gave me this?
Yeah.
And I said it was for my Italian friend who wanted to run games for his family. Well, they've decided they prefer playing Settlers of Catan. So I got this given back to me at Christmas dinner.
It is a
Well, I
neat.
don't know what that
That's a
is,
neat.
but Settlers is a good game.
Settlers is a good game, but that's a neat. That's a neat. I like that one. That was neat. I looked through it, read through it. That was a really neat.
I agree. But now it's back in my possession, so I'm happy because it's beautiful and it looks great on the shelf. And I will read it one day and feel very happy about myself.
It's
Yeah.
neat.
We like Settlers, and another one the wife and I are huge fans of is Splendor.
Splendor.
Yeah, Splendor, it's like the silly game where you pick colored tiles and buy cards, and basically whoever gets the most of stuff wins.
Yeah.
That's really, you'd have to look. I can't explain it, but it's like been rated like the #1 game like so many years in a row now. And it's one of those like Euro games where you're competing, but you're not actually killing each other's people and stuff. And that's the kind of games, like my wife's a huge fan of Carcassonne also.
Carcassonne.
Yeah. Where you make like the map of the French countryside, and you earn points if like the bishop builds a monastery and shit like that. So that's another game she's hugely a fan of. And then when we have enough friends over, we play Mansions of Madness 2nd edition. And that's just Call of Cthulhu, except the computer's running the game. Yeah, it does have Shia LaBeouf, but don't let that put you off.
What does have Shia LaBeouf?
Constantine.
Oh, I'm not watching it then.
He's like a very
not happening.
secondary character.
Don't care. Can't stand him. Never going to watch another fucking movie that has him in it.
Okay. Well,
I'm
there you
kidding.
go.
I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. I'm just playing into the meme.
Oh, okay. I mean,
God damn it. I don't give a fuck if Shia LaBeouf is in a movie or not. So what? He's been good in some and bad in others.
Yep.
I've been a fan of Shia LaBeouf, but I remember him back when he was, what was that show when his brother Beans or his buddy Beans was in or whatever. I always liked him. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, But here's a board game
He was good in Holes.
I'm good.
that I have that's really fun. The rules or whatever. It's going to take a while to get through them. Not because there's so many of them. It's just the layout, the way they're written. It's this one. Samurai Spirit.
Oh, never heard of it.
Man, is it neat. Because everybody's playing against like not only each other, but like how the rules play out. And yes, I got this. This is weird.
That's fine. That's fine.
I can't see it, sir. It's too close to the camera and it's backwards.
Photosynthesis.
What the hell's that? That's
You
right. If you
play, as
photosynthesis, you're a good man.
growing your trees, here, let me try and flip the camera around. I don't know why.
It's a role-playing game?
No, it's a board game.
Oh, I don't play board games. Here, I'll let you two talk about board games.
How about this? Can you read it now?
Yeah, it's photosynthesis.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's the game out there called Wings. There's a game out there where
part of the reason I bought it,
collect birds or something.
but part of the reason I actually bought it and I didn't play it was you got little trees so you can put on the table if you're playing an RPG with miniatures. You got all kinds of little different cardboard standy trees. I'm like, oh, there's a double bonus.
That is. I mean, yeah, that is. See, what I do is I wait until just after Christmas and I go to Hobby Lobby and buy all of their trees.
Yes.
For 50 cents a piece.
Yeah.
and then just base them up and be like, hey, look at me and all my pine trees or evergreens or whatever, you know. James, did Bear talk about the Neil Gaiman books of magic? I think he did, yes.
Yes, the 4-issue miniseries.
Yeah.
That one's a real good one, James. Get it?
Okay. Well,
It's real small. It's real, but man, get it.
yeah, my favorite board game that I own, we don't play a whole lot, is called Innis or Innis. And it's basically about the early Celts' first time stepping on Ireland. So everyone plays a clan of Milesian Celts, and the map of Ireland is like random puzzle pieces. They're big, but they're random hexes. So, like, if you explore, you draw randomly and put it down, and then you figure out who's the high king for that year, and you figure out like if any of the Celtic gods got anything up their sleeves that you need to worry about. Sometimes they help, sometimes not so much. So
It's
yeah,
a good,
it's pretty good.
fun medieval game.
Oh, nice.
Glory of Knights.
The Glory of Knights.
And again, the three I just showed you, they're like
I like Knights of Fire.
correct 2 to 4 hours, and that's it. You know, game over. Somebody wins.
Knights of Fire. Do, 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 do. That was like a Korean like pop song. And it was funny because it had these hot chicks dressed up like the colors of the elements. And then standing in the middle of the 4 hot Korean chicks was like this pudgy, overweight dude in like a diaper. And like they would be singing and he'd be dancing. And then when they were done with their part, he'd just start yelling shit in Korean. And then the girls would go back to singing. And then he would come back and yell some more. And it was just like, I think it's Korean, maybe Japanese. Either way, it was like, what the fuck is going on here? This is weird. And then, of course, I have my Arkham Asylum game, Arkham Horror.
Yeah, I played those at buddies' house, friends' houses. You know,
They're all right. My niece bought them all for me mainly because she liked them and she knew when she visited, we would play them. So, you know. So she's like, I'll buy these. And
well, that's cool.
then my uncle will have them. And I got these guys right here. I need to put bases on them. Oh, my goodness.
What you got? What the heck are those?
A Migo,
Oh, okay.
the fungi of Yoggoth.
I gotta
Yep.
go, boys. Nice seeing you both, but I'm off, and then I'm going to be doing a radio show tonight.
Yep, I got to take off too because it's getting towards I want to eat time.
Bye, James. Bye, Squirrel.
All right, later.
So yeah, 4:00. I'm an old man. That's about time for dinner.
Yeah, getting there. Yeah, same here.
So, Squirrel, thanks for joining me today, and you're always invited back. And everyone else, hey, have a great week. Nights of Fire.
Love you guys.